Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Dragon Ball, Creation and Destruction. Chapter 61. Okay, I'm going to start. You must catch up with the speed of this stone, and strive for a hit. Jia Wang said. Understood. Son Goku was ready immediately. Go, said the king of the world, waving his hand at the stone, and the stone quickly circled the planet. Call out. Son Goku also raised his hand fiercely, and the spirit bomb in his hand went straight to the direction of the stone. Boom! The spirit bomb hit the stone, and the stone shattered on the spot and turned into slag. Good job, Goku, I didn't expect you to be able to master and use spirit bomb so quickly. The king nodded with satisfaction. As expected, Lord Supreme Kai recommended it. Hehe, this is also the result of my hard work. Son Goku grinned. As I said before, Spirit Bomb is a kung fu that gathers all the vitality in the world, such as grass, wood, people, and various animals, and the atmosphere, and then releases it. Realm King explained, so the small planet Spirit Bomb has such a huge destructive power. The Earth you are fighting is many times larger than here, and it can also provide huge energy. Backed by the sun, you will have an unimaginable Spirit Bomb with great energy. So you must use it carefully, or even the planet you are defending will be wiped out. Therefore, Spirit Bomb cannot be used as much as possible. I understand that I can defeat them as long as I use Kaio-ken and Zizai. Son Goku smiled slightly. The day of the decisive battle is getting closer and closer. Saiyan will descend on the earth tomorrow. The king said with a smile. You can contact Supreme Kai and ask him to come and pick you up. You can also adapt to the gravity of the earth. Okay, I see. Son Goku nodded and asked, how can I contact Chi Tien? Put one of your hands on my back, and the things you think in your heart can be conveyed to the people you want to convey. The Realm King said to Son Goku. Okay, I'll try. Son Goku put his hand on the back of the Realm King. Immediately afterwards, Son Goku began to contact Chi Tien. Chi Tien, can you hear it? I am Son Goku. Son Goku said. Nothing happens. Can't the World King Chi Tien hear it? Son Goku scratched his head. There is no response over there. Maybe because he is Lord Supreme Kai, his position is much higher than mine. He doesn't want to establish contact with me, so I can't do anything about it. The Realm King shook his head. Huh, what should I do? Son Goku asked. You can contact his friends, and ask his friends to tell him. Jia Wang suggested. This is a good way. Son Goku nodded, then I will contact Bulma. The next moment, Bulma appeared in Son Goku's mind. Have you heard, Bulma? Son Goku asked. Huh, it's like Goku's voice. Bulma looked around and muttered softly. It's really good to hear. Son Goku said in surprise, Bulma, where is Chi Tien? I heard the king said, Vegeta will arrive on Earth tomorrow, so you find Chi Tien, let him take me back. Chi Tien, I don't know where Chi Tien has gone. He said that there is something important to leave the earth. Bulma quickly replied. What, did you leave the earth? Son Goku was speechless. Did he say when he will be back? I didn't say a specific time, only that it will be back when Vegeta descends on the earth. Bulma explained. But Vegeta and the others will arrive on earth tomorrow. Son Goku smiled bitterly. Tomorrow, will this be earlier than our scheduled time? Bulma said solemnly. Yes. Son Goku nodded, and then said to Bulma with a serious look, Bulma, you tell Piccolo and Clint about this first. If I return to Earth, think about other ways. I understand, if Chi Tien comes back, I will let him go to find you immediately. Bulma replied. Okay, Son Goku replied. After finishing the call, Bulma immediately called and told Keelan and Tien Shinhan and Leping people about Saiyan's movements. After Clint and others heard the news, their expressions also became solemn. Unexpectedly, Vegeta and the others will arrive on Earth tomorrow. It was much earlier than expected. Son Goku is still having a headache. What should I do? How can I go back? Son Goku said. I can only wait for Master Supreme Kai to come and pick you up. Jia Wang said. But I'm worried. Son Goku scratched his head. If you are really in a hurry, you can go back by yourself. The Realm King thought for a while and said to Son Goku. Can I go back by myself? Son Goku was stunned. You said earlier. But if you want to return to the earth from me, it's not an easy task. said the king, pointing to the snake path floating in the sky. See the snake path? Yeah, I saw it. Son Goku nodded. Go straight along that snake path, and you will enter the Yama King Hall. Jia Wang explained. You can let the gods of the earth come and pick you up, so that you can reach the earth immediately. Is it that simple? Son Goku was pleasantly surprised. So I can go now. Don't be happy too early. Jia Wang shook his head. This snake path is very long and very long. You have to be mentally prepared. How long is it? Son Goku asked. How long are you going to experience by yourself? The King of Realms smiled. You should consider whether you want Supreme Kai to pick you up, or return to the earth through the snake path yourself. Chi Tien still doesn't know when to come back. I really can't wait. I'll go back through the snake path by myself. Son Goku thought for a while and responded. In that case, let me change this heavy suit of your clothes first, said the king. The tentacles on his head moved slightly. Snapped. The clothes on Son Goku got a new look. It's great, it's a lot lighter. Son Goku said excitedly. It's not just lighter, it's made of specially made strong materials, and ordinary attacks can be blocked. The Realm King smiled. Thank you, Realm King. Son Goku hurriedly thanked him. It's great, the tortoise character is still the same as before, and I am worried that the clothes of the Realm King are as ugly as those of the Realm King. You bad boy, the King of the World stared, and by the way, the word, turtle, behind Son Goku was replaced by the word, King of the World. Well, the words on the back are really nice. Well, if you want to go back by yourself, hurry up. The snake path is much longer than you think. Jia Wang said. Understood. Son Goku nodded. You have to be careful, your enemy is much stronger than you think, don't be careless. Realm King warned. Also, although I heard that there is a Dragon Ball on the earth, don't expect anyone to resurrect you. I know that if I lose to the guy named Vegeta, he will realize his wish through Dragon Ball. Son Goku nodded. Also, if Lord Supreme Kai said that he would not make a move, he would definitely not make a move. The King of Realms said again. I understand, Chi Tien said, the earth must be saved by ourselves. Son Goku smiled slightly and waved at the Realm King. Zhang King, thank you for your guidance, I am leaving. Snapped. Son Goku flew up, jumped onto the snake path, and walked fast along the snake path. The sixth universe, the planet of Champa. As Supreme Kai, Chi Tien has already appeared on the planet Champa at this time. In fact, to put it plainly, as Supreme Kai, Chi Tien only exists in the form of a mass of energy. Chi Tien can remotely control this mass of energy and do whatever he wants to do. Now, Chi Tien is injecting new energy into this group of energy, so that he can become stronger. Hey, Vados, how is this Chi Tien in the form of energy? Champa lowered his voice and asked Vados. This Chi Tien's clone is just as good as it is. Before being injected with new energy, it will be at the level of 10 Frost. Vados groaned. What about now? I think he seems to have injected a lot of energy into his clone. Champa asked again. It should be Hit's level now. Vados guessed. As Hit's level. That's good, that's good. Champa was relieved. If I'm dignified gods of destruction, I can't even beat this guy's clone, then I would be too embarrassed. So, if he injects energy into the clone, his own strength will also decrease. Champa asked. Chi Tien's own strength has not decreased much. Vados shook his head. Master Champa, would you like to try it? I won't try. Champa refused decisively. Before long, Chi Tien injected a lot of energy into his clone. As Vados said, the strength of the clone has now reached Hit's level. But as it is now, if he really fights Hit, he can easily defeat Hit. Don't look at the weakness of the clone, but there is no weakness. The clone exists only in the form of a mass of energy. There is no fatality. Even if they are broken up, they will regroup together. As long as Chi Tien himself is fine, the clone will exist forever. Even if the energy of the clone is destroyed, Chi Tien can condense new energy again to make the clone return. Originally Chi Tien condensed this clone, but also wanted to increase the strength of the clone through continuous compression of energy. However, the energy of the clone is compressed, and the speed progress is relatively slow. It's not as convenient as injecting energy into him through the body. This is also the reason why Chi Tien summoned the clone back and injected energy into him. With new energy, Chi-Tien controlled the clone and looked at Champa with a smile. Master Champa, shall we try to learn from each other? Chi-Tien asked with a smile. Champa, I don't want to try it. Do you think I'm stupid? I abused you as a clone, and then your body came to abuse me again. Unless you promise that your body will not shoot. Why don't my main body make a move? Chi-Tien grinned. That's what you said. Champa's mouth curled up. You want your clone to find abuse, don't blame me. Well, what I said, I only let the avatar fight you, and it just so happens that my avatar is proficient in the way of fighting. Chi-Tien nodded. Okay, let's say okay first, don't allow yourself to shoot. Champa emphasized again. Don't worry. Chi-Tien nodded. Then start, you can attack as you like. Champa waved at Chi-Tien's clone. It's only hits level, would I be afraid of you? What? Chi-Tien's avatar flickered, and disappeared in the same place. In just an instant, Chi-Tien's clone appeared behind Champa, and slammed it at him with a heavy punch. Snapped. Champa reacted extremely quickly, turning around gently, and blocked the Chi-Tien clone's attack with his big hand. Boom. Champa was not polite, and hit Chi-Tien's abdomen heavily with his knees. Snapped. Chi-Tien's body flashed with a light blue flame, and it seemed that it might collapse at any time. Oh, Chi-Tien, why do you use your clone to challenge Master Champa? Vados shook his head, it's not at the same level at all. It's nothing, it doesn't hurt anyway. Chi-Tien smiled. Vados, you are so right, I don't know how to pick it up. It just drops blood quickly. Chi-Tien added another sentence. Vados was speechless. Are you really playing a game? Sure enough, it's not a level, this is only 10 seconds, and the blood of the clone has already bottomed out. Chi-Tien smiled. Anyway, he just exists in the form of a mass of energy. Vados nodded. It is very difficult for you to cultivate him into Supreme Kai. I have never seen this form of Supreme Kai. Woolen cloth. Chi-Tien didn't say much. It is not difficult to become Supreme Kai. Supreme Kai is nothing more than the god who creates life and builds the planet. I am gods of destruction, how difficult is it for me to make my clone Supreme Kai? Well, let's do this first, the battle is over here. Chi-Tien said suddenly. Boom. As soon as Chi-Tien's voice fell, I saw Champa hit the Chi-Tien clone's face with a heavy punch. Snapped. In the next moment, Chi-Tien's clones turned into light blue light spots. Oh, Vados clutched his forehead and shook his head helplessly. Champa's eyes widened immediately, and his face changed again and again. Hey, Chi-Tien is not like this. Champa explained quickly, I just took the strength in time for the last time, why did your clone become like this? You said that I would believe if you took the strength. You are taking the opportunity to retaliate, Champa. Chi-Tien squinted his eyes. Impossible, I have already taken my strength just now. Champa distinguished loudly. Then why did you break up my clone? Chi-Tien smiled and looked at Champa. Do you think my clone is so bully? If I stopped, you have to beat my clone into that's it. Well, the more Champa thought about it, the more he felt something was wrong. This kid did it on purpose, right? My strength just now has obviously been taken away. How could your clone become like this? Hey, I feel like you did it on purpose. You deliberately manipulated your clone to disperse him. Champa suddenly realized something, and hurriedly said to Chi-Tien. Do you mean that I deliberately planted you? Chi-Tien smiled slightly. Yes, you specifically called to stop when I hit you. Champa said. Anyway, you have divided me into that way. We have to settle this account. Chi-Tien grinned. Hey, Chi-Tien, say you won't make a move. Champa looked anxious. But my clone was broken by you. Chi-Tien said with a smile. Champa, what is broken? That is just the existence of a mass of energy. You just let that disk of energy condense together. Is this broken? If you want something, just say it straight. Look, UFO. Champa suddenly pointed somewhere in the sky. Call out. Immediately afterwards, Champa turned into a bright flame, quickly sank into the sky and disappeared. This is so special. I rarely come back. Have to accompany your clone to learn. Beerus, you scam, when will you wake up? I look forward to your provocation when you wake up. Chi-Tien's appearance. Oh, now Master Champa is afraid of you. Vados sighed. I am the motivation for him to cultivate. You don't even know how to cherish it. Chi-Tien didn't pursue it this time. It's boring to always bully Champa. Champa, can we be successful? You, 5 or 60, don't always run away if you can't beat it. It seems that you can't beat it and just run, there is nothing to be ashamed of. Who made me so strong? Snapped. At the next moment, Chi-Tien controlled the scattered energy of the clone and gathered together again. Vados, do we want to discuss and try? Chi-Tien looked up and down Vados. As I said, Angel is not warlike. Vados snorted. Okay. Chi-Tien shook his head. Vados, did you even persuade you? However, I am really reluctant to bully you. You are one of my future wives. 7th Universe, Earth. The next morning, Vegeta and Nappa's universe spacecraft finally landed on Earth. Boom. The two universe spacecraft smashed into the town, leaving 2 large meteorite craters. The residents of the town were shocked. Many people walked over here cautiously. What happened? It seems that something has fallen. Is it a meteorite? There is also a round thing over there, not like a meteorite. Several people present were all talking, and looked at the 2 universe spaceships that had fallen. Crunch. At this time, the door of the universe spacecraft opened and Vegeta walked out of it. It's a human. Someone came out of it. Someone exclaimed. Nappa also flew out from inside and stood with Vegeta. Who are they? Are they aliens? Is this the Earth? Vegeta smiled and looked at the people on the opposite side. Is it interesting to say hello to these little patients? Nappa smiled lightly, bringing her index and middle fingers together and lifting up. Boom. Suddenly, there was a big explosion at the scene. In the blink of an eye, the town was turned into rubble. Hey, is my greeting a bit too warm? Champa said triumphantly. Don't overdo it, Nappa. This planet is too destroyed, but it can't be sold at a high price. Vegeta snorted. It doesn't matter, Vegeta. Originally this planet is not worth a few money. Nappa smiled slightly. Okay, whatever, let's find Chi-Tien first and then talk about it. Vegeta commanded lightly. Well, this guy's combat power seems to be only 100 on the surface. It's not easy to find him. Nappa sighed. First find the person with the strongest combat power on this planet. He should know the whereabouts of Chi-Tien. Vegeta smiled. As they talked, they began to search for powerful people on the planet through the probe. Hey, Vegeta, it's weird. There are more than 1 or 2 reactions with a combat power of more than 1000. What's the matter? Nappa frowned. When rats came to this planet, the Kakarot with the highest combat power seemed to be just over 300. Quote. It's nothing to make a fuss about, they should have cultivated hard under the leadership of Chi-Tien. Vegeta smiled slightly. Chi-Tien guy, let the inferior warrior Kakarot challenge this prince. Ha ha ha, I really laughed at me. Nappa also burst into laughter. At the position over there are 2 powerful combat response. Let's go to them and ask about the whereabouts of Chi-Tien. Vegeta greeted. Yeah, Nappa nodded, maybe the guy Chi-Tien is nearby. The 2 of them didn't hesitate, and hurried away in the direction of Son Gohan and Piccolo. Hee, the gravity of this planet is so small, our actions are really flexible. Nappa laughed. A certain mountainous area. Come, they are going to come to us. Piccolo's expression became serious. Didn't you say that you want that Vegeta to challenge Son Goku? You can come here too. I want you to see how good my Piccolo Daimao is. Yes, Son Gohan was also a little nervous. On the island of Master Roshi. They are finally here. I can sense the presence of a powerful aura. Master Roshi said solemnly. Chi-Tien, where have you been? Bulma was anxious. Chi-Tien is a pitfall. Even if you don't make a move, you will get Goku back. Oolong's tears fell. What did Chi-Tien do? Master Roshi asked. I don't know. I left after saying that I had important things to do. Bulma replied helplessly. Maybe I have already left the Earth. What? Has left the Earth? Are you kidding? Oolong was speechless. What about Goku? Master Roshi sighed. How long will he be back? Goku is rushing here. Bulma sighed. There is no way, we have to wait patiently. I have told my parents, if Chi-Tien comes back, let him come here to find me immediately. Quote. Gohan, there is nothing terrible. We are much stronger than we were a year ago. Piccolo said to Gohan. Yes, Son Gohan nodded. Something is approaching over there. Piccolo suddenly sensed another breath. Is it Saiyan? Son Gohan was a little nervous. What? At this moment, Clint descended from the sky and quickly landed beside the two of them. Is it Saiyan? Son Gohan looked at Clint warily. Piccolo, long time no see. Clint greeted Piccolo. So it's you, what are you doing? Piccolo chuckled, why do you have to go to death? Isn't it okay to stay at home? I have also practiced, and my strength has improved a lot. Clint replied with a smile. Really? So there are other idiots coming here, too? Piccolo snorted. Yes, everyone will come. I am the nearest here, so I came first. Clint nodded. I remember, you are from Master Roshi, Son Gohan said. Well, I'm Clint, you look really like Goku. Clint looked at Son Gohan. Dad often talks about you, saying that although you are small, you are very powerful. Son Gohan said. It's shameful to say that I'm small. Clint stared. Does he think how tall he is? Son Gohan laughed dryly. But you and a guy like Piccolo must have suffered a lot of cultivation. Clint whispered, I really don't know what Chi Tien thinks, let you follow this guy to practice. But Uncle Piccolo is a very good person. Son Gohan said. Hey, where's Son Goku? Why didn't he come? Piccolo asked. Simply put, Goku was taken by Chi Tien to the World King's planet to practice. Keelan sighed, that planet is special. It takes a certain amount of time to reach the Earth. Goku is rushing here. Woolen cloth. What? Going to another planet to practice? Piccolo was surprised. I'm not very clear about the details. I'll explain it to you when Goku arrives. Clint scratched his head. Why didn't Chi Tien take him back? Piccolo asked. Chi Tien has left the Earth. As for where he went, we don't know. Keelan was very loud. Piccolo. The next moment, Piccolo looked up to the sky, his face changed again and again. They're here, Piccolo said solemnly. They are Saiyan. Sure enough, their aura is very strong. Clint exclaimed, is this the guy Chi Tien said with a combat power of 20,000? I don't know how much my combat power is now, it's really troublesome. Above the sky, Vegeta and Nappa also silently stared at the three people below. One more person, now there are 3 people in total. Nappa smiled. It seems they have been prepared. Vegeta smiled slightly. The two descended from the sky and landed on the opposite side of the 3. Hey, I'm not interested in you, what about Chi Tien people? Vegeta asked with a smile. You are the Prince of Saiyan, Vegeta, Piccolo said lightly. You know a lot. Chi Tien told you it. Vegeta smiled, yes, you were right. I am Saiyan's most talented warrior Vegeta. You can tell me now. Chi, where is Tien? I don't know. Piccolo replied coldly. I don't know. Is that guy running away? Vegeta snorted. So, where is Kakarot? Where is he? You mean Kakarot, Son Goku. He should be coming soon. Piccolo smiled slightly. Vegeta, this guy seems to be from Namek. Nappa turned to look at Vegeta and said to Vegeta. Probably so. Vegeta nodded. I heard that in addition to the excellent combat power of the Namek people, they also have incredible magic power. Some people also use magic. So, the Dragon Ball mentioned by Chi Tien is true. Right, you made the Dragon Ball, right? What Dragon Ball? Nappa didn't know anything about Dragon Ball. Chi Tien said that as long as I defeat the inferior warrior Kakarot, he will give me the Dragon Ball and let me realize any wish. Vegeta chuckled, although it sounds like a fantasy, and I have no interest in that inferior warrior Kakarot, but if there is a Dragon Ball, it would be quite interesting. What? Dragon Ball that can fulfill any wish? Does such a thing really exist? Nappa was also surprised. It seems to be true, I can see from their faces, the Dragon Ball should not be fake. Vegeta smiled. Clint, Piccolo, this guy named Vegeta is quite shrewd. Then, hand over what you said about the Dragon Ball. Nappa chuckled lightly. The Namek people are nothing but a fly to us. Piccolo, you are from Namek. Clint turned to look at Piccolo. Piccolo, there was a short silence. HMPH, thank you, I finally know who I am. Piccolo grinned, unfortunately, the Dragon Ball was not made by me. I can only fight. If it is a fly, just try it. With that said, Piccolo is already ready to fight. Clint also burst out his breath immediately. Combat power 981,220, 1083. Nappa quickly detected the combat power value of the 3 through the detector. Piccolo, Son Gohan. Clint, what? Is our combat power only more than 1000 points? Piccolo's combat effectiveness seems to be not much worse than mine. That said, we and the guy named Vegeta are not in the same dimension at all. Let alone Vegeta, even the bald man, we are far behind. Hey, I remember Chi Tien said that the fighting power of the other Saiyan seems to have reached 6000. Clint wanted to cry, we will be killed in seconds. Piccolo, after cultivating for so long, is my combat effectiveness only so small? No, my breath hasn't exploded yet. You know Nappa's combat effectiveness quite clearly. Vegeta smiled slightly, that fellow Chi Tien told you, right? The three Piccolo did not speak. Then, did Chi Tien tell you what is my combat power? Vegeta asked with interest. The three Piccolo didn't want to talk anymore. It's too heartbreaking. Since you already know the difference in combat power between us, then honestly hand over the Dragon Ball. Nappa smiled, we have no interest in the three of you, or quickly tell us the whereabouts of Chi Tien, also. I'm afraid Chi Tien has already escaped, right? Kakarot doesn't appear either. Vegeta sighed, it's too boring to kill these three little guys in seconds. By the way, Nappa, don't we still have the seeds of the cultivators? Plant them quickly, there is not much difference in strength, but you can have fun. Ha ha ha, this is a good way, Vegeta. Nappa laughed, took a small bottle from his pocket, and took a closer look in front of him. Well, there are 6 more. Immediately afterwards, Nappa stuck a finger on the ground, leaving 6 holes. Nappa poured the seeds in the vial and put the nutrient solution on it. What is he doing? Clint was stunned. Crack, crack. While talking, the earth began to loosen. At the next moment, 6 monsters that looked like rutabaga sprang out of the ground. It's so disgusting. Clint was surprised. Your goal is those 3 guys, give me a severe lesson to them, do you understand? Vegeta ordered. They really do tricks, Clint said. Slap, slap. At this moment, Tien Shinhan, Leping and Dumplings fell from the sky. Sorry, I'm late, Li Ping greeted with a smile. Leping, Clint said in surprise. Ha ha ha, a lot of people have come over there too. Nappa smiled, it's just some unknown people. Aren't there 2 Saiyan? Tien Shinhan asked. The 6 guys are monsters they cultivated. Clint explained. HMPH, it's so funny. You happen to have 6 people, the same number as my cultivators. Vegeta smiled and said, you take turns against my minions, how about it? You just treat it as one. Games. What game? You. Piccolo was angry at the time, don't make fun of the circle, hurry up and do it. Piccolo, don't get angry first, isn't it good? Clint quickly persuaded, from the point of view of the combat power, we are not their opponents at all. Taking this opportunity to wait for Goku is not better. Piccolo thought for a while, and said nothing. Is my combat power really that little? I have been practicing hard for a year. This makes me sore. Well, I'll go first. I want you to have a good experience. Tien Shinhan stepped forward. Nappa was just about to detect Tien Shinhan's combat power, but was stopped by Vegeta. Nappa, take the detector off. Vegeta said, knowing their combat effectiveness, there is no suspense. You're right, Vegeta. Nappa nodded, took off the detector, and dropped it to the ground. Vegeta also put the probe on the ground, pointed to one of the cultivators, and ordered, start with you, give me a good fight, don't underestimate the enemy. The cultivator nodded and took a step forward. Tien Shinhan stands against this cultivator. The cultivator let out a harsh smirk and rushed towards Tien Shinhan. Hey, Tien Shinhan shot quickly. Boom, Tien Shinhan's fist hit the cultivator hard. The cultivator flew upside down at that time. Snapped. The cultivator's head split open, and a corrosive liquid spouted from the head. Tien Shinhan quickly avoided. Shit, the liquid fell on the ground, corroding the ground and emitting white smoke. Hey, Tien Shinhan attacked quickly, and an elbow hit the cultivator's head heavily. The cultivator was knocked to the ground at that time. Nappa, how did it happen? Nappa was stunned, a little surprised. It's great, as expected to be Tien Shinhan. Clint said hastily. HMPH, as I expected, interesting. Vegeta smiled lightly. The cultivator gritted his teeth, felt the pain in his body, and struggled to stand up. The cultivator's combat power has reached 1200, which is comparable to that idiot Raditz. Nappa gritted her teeth, a little bit indignant. Maybe his combat power has already surpassed the cultivator. Vegeta was not surprised. What? There is such a thing? How is this possible? Nappa was a little unbelievable. How about Nappa? It seems more suspenseful if you don't wear a detector. Vegeta smiled slightly and pointed at the cultivator who had just stood up. Boom. Suddenly, the cultivator's body turned into pieces and died on the spot. What? Tien Shinhan was terrified. Clint was so scared that he only poked his lips. Is this the Vegeta with a combat power of 18,000 that Chi Tien said? Sure enough, he has the strength to kill us in a flash. It was terrible. With a flick of a finger, the monster was killed. Vegeta, what are you doing? Nappa asked. Keep him a waste of time, he won't win. Vegeta said lightly, I said, don't underestimate the enemy. That guy just underestimated the enemy from the beginning. The other 5 cultivators shivered with fright. Piccolo's look became more solemn. If the fighting power that Chi Tien said is true, then we are probably not his opponents. The destructive power of this guy is simply amazing. Who is the next one? Vegeta smiled. You don't shame us. Nappa shouted to the remaining cultivators. Well, it's me. Clint stepped forward. Let me come. Leping stepped forward. Leping, let me go. Clint suggested. Kling, you've already died once, and you won't be able to resurrect if you encounter any accidents again. Leping said with a smile. What are you talking about? If we lose, Dragon Ball will be given to them by Chi Tien. Keelan sighed. I can't manage that much, I'll do it first. Leping said, maybe we will win. Then you be careful. Clint nodded. Leping stepped forward. A cultivator came out on the opposite side. The war is about to start. Leping quickly fought with the cultivator. What? After fighting for several rounds, Leping suddenly appeared directly above the cultivator. Boom! Energy emerged in Leping's hand and released a powerful ki blast to the cultivator. Ki blast took the cultivator and hit the ground heavily, leaving a small hole. When I looked again, I saw the cultivator smoking all over his body and lying motionless. It's over again. Nappa was speechless. Snapped. Leping descended from the sky and landed next to the cultivator. HMPH, these monsters are not as powerful as imagined. Leping smiled and said, come on with the remaining 4. I can defeat you alone. HMPH, this time you underestimated the enemy. Vegeta smiled softly. What? Leping was stunned. Snapped. At this moment, the cultivator who had fallen on the ground suddenly rushed up and hugged Leping's body. Leping's face changed color. Boom. The cultivator blew himself up. The powerful energy blew up Leping to the ground at that time. Leping died on the spot before he even reacted. Piccolo and others were all scared silly. This thing also blew itself up. It's terrible. Huh, it's all right now. Vegeta smiled lightly. This arrogant fellow died well. It's so powerful, it will explode. Piccolo said. Leping. Clint reacted fiercely and ran quickly in the direction of Leping. Clint appeared next to Leping, and after a closer look, his face became difficult to look. Dead. Leping is dead. Clint shivered and fist tightly. Leping must have an ominous premonition, so he will fight for me. I can't spare you. Such a powerful cultivator, it's just a draw, it's really outrageous. Nappa was a little upset. It's getting more and more interesting. Vegeta smiled. You. Clint was furious. Everyone, get away. I want them to see the results of my cultivation. Wow. As Clint said, he raised his hands, and the energy in his hands surged crazily. Boom. A huge energy condensed in Clinton's hands. Both Vegeta and Nappa were taken aback. What does this kid want to do? Call out. The condensed energy in Clint's hands whizzed in the direction where Vegeta and others were. Dumplings, leave here first. Tien Shinhan greeted the dumplings. The dumplings flew away immediately. The two sides are already relatively close, so it is more appropriate to avoid such a large energy attack. There is a lot of energy, but there is no speed. Anyway, get away first. Piccolo hesitated down, and immediately backed up. Vegeta and Nappa did not move. Those cultivators also fled in fright. Call out. Clint controlled the energy and rushed into the sky all at once. Ah! With a loud shout, Clint's energy split into 6 in the air, and it slammed down towards Vegeta and Nappa and the 4 cultivators below. Boom! There was a big explosion at the scene. 3 of the cultivators were blown to pieces on the spot. One of the cultivators had better luck, but avoided the attack. Success! Dumpling shouted excitedly. Hoo, I missed one. Clint smiled slightly. Really? That's great, Uncle Clint. Son Gohan was very excited. What? The missing cultivator came quickly towards this side, and soon rushed in front of Son Gohan. Son Gohan was frightened and didn't know how to deal with this guy for a while. When the cultivator attacked Son Gohan, Piccolo grabbed his arm. HMPH, dare to come and die. Piccolo snorted coldly, and one knee hit the cultivator's chest heavily. The cultivator was hit into the sky at that time. Boom. A powerful energy blasted out of Piccolo's mouth. The cultivator was turned into dregs, and ashes fell from the air. Clint was frightened. This guy is too strong. Killed the kohlrabi so easily. It's Piccolo. Tien Shinhan sighed. It's so easy to wipe out such a powerful opponent. Thank you, Uncle Piccolo. Son Gohan quickly thanked him. There is nothing to apologize for, this is a warm-up preparation before the real battle. Piccolo smiled slightly, cold sweat slipped across his face. HMPH, it will be interesting to be a real battle. Vegeta's figure walked out of the smoke. The Son Gohan and others present were all scared silly. As you hoped, the game is over. Vegeta smiled lightly. Hey, the real battle is about to begin. Nappa smiled. What's the matter? They don't seem to be hurt at all. Tien Shinhan said solemnly. That's a frontal attack. Dumpling was also pale. I used all my energy to launch an attack of 560. They are okay. Is this Saiyan? Clint exclaimed. No wonder Chi Tien said that one is 6,000, and the other reaches 18,000. This is true. Let me kill them. Nappa took a step forward. I can kill them all in an instant. Whatever you want. Vegeta smiled. The coward Chi Tien has already taken Kakarot to escape and left you scumbags to die. You are so naive, and you have to resist us here. Why don't you hand it over earlier? Dragon Ball, you don't have to suffer alive, maybe you can save a life. Hey, what he said is right. Don't give him the Dragon Ball first. You can delay a little bit before Goku comes back. Clint lowered his voice and suggested in a low voice. Don't be silly. Piccolo snorted. Do you think that the character of the old man of the gods will make them realize their wishes? What do you mean? Clint was stunned. I'm afraid that the moment you call Shenron, the gods will choose suicide and other methods to end their lives. Piccolo said solemnly. You are so special. Don't die, I will disappear after you die. How stupid you are. What? How could this be? Clint was dumbfounded. I think the gods should do this kind of thing. Tien Shinhan nodded. So, there is no other way but to fight it hard. Clint wanted to cry. Goku, come back soon. We can't hold on anymore. Oh, God, who is it? Vegeta asked with a smile. You don't need to care about this. Piccolo replied lightly. He, let me have fun with you. Nappa laughed, the energy in her body bursting out wildly. The earth trembling with huge energy shaking. Dumpling quickly pointed his hands at Nappa's body, trying to make his stomach ache through the supernatural function. However, no matter how hard the dumplings work, Nappa can't be hurt at all. My God, my special function has failed. Dumpling said quickly. What a terrible guy, Clint exclaimed. Son Gohan was even more pale with fright, unable to say anything. This guy didn't expect the gap between us and him to be so big. Piccolo said solemnly, in other words, my current fighting strength is only more than 2,000. Ha, who will die? Nappa laughed. Call out. After Nappa said this, he quickly rushed towards Tien Shinhan. Tien Shinhan reached out to block almost subconsciously. Idiot, get away, Piccolo exclaimed. Boom, with only a crisp sound, Tien Shinhan's forearm was knocked out by Nappa on the spot. Ah, Tien Shinhan let out a painful cry. Ha, it's so crispy. Vegeta shook his head disdainfully. Brother Tien, Dumpling exclaimed. You are the first. Go to hell. Nappa hit it again with a punch, trying to kill Tien Shinhan here. Boom, Tien Shinhan soared into the sky and avoided Nappa's attack. What? Nappa followed up and kicked Tien Shinhan out of the air with a kick. Tien Shinhan lay down on the ground, feeling that he was not well. What a tenacious guy, this hasn't stopped breathing. Nappa snorted. What a huge amount of energy this guy, has the combat power really reached 6,000? Piccolo sighed. This beast. Clint couldn't stand it anymore, and rushed in Tien Shinhan's direction. Leave him alone, he is no longer good. Piccolo said. No, Clint shouted. Nosy fellow. Nappa let out a cold snort and waved his hand with a powerful energy rushing in Clint's direction. Boom. There was a big explosion right in front of Clint. Clint's eyes widened, and his face paled with fright. I saw a bottomless pit in front of me. Huh, where's the dumplings? Clint was stunned, but didn't find the dumplings. He wouldn't have been beaten to death just now, right? What did you say? Tien Shinhan's face changed color. Hey, Nappa, pay attention to your back. Vegeta reminded Nappa loudly. Huh, Nappa was stunned. Snapped. The dumpling flew over and landed on Nappa's back. Dumplings, Clint exclaimed. Tien Shinhan realized something even more, his face was extremely ugly. Huh, this little thing, what do you want to do? Nappa tried hard to reach the dumplings behind him, but couldn't reach it. Dumplings, get out of here, and run away. Tien Shinhan exclaimed. Goodbye, brother god, don't die. Dumpling cried. Dumplings, no, Tien Shinhan shouted. Boom. Dumplings burst out of extremely powerful energy, resolutely blew themselves. Clint's pupils shrank sharply. Son Gohan paled with fright. It's terrible. Piccolo was stunned, with a little surprise. The little guy is brave enough. Tien Shinhan was full of doxazine, his eyes widened, his brain was blank, and he couldn't believe what he saw before him. Dumpling. Tien Shinhan yelled the name of the dumpling. It's nice little guy, and he's gone with the enemy. Piccolo smiled slightly. However, just after Piccolo said this, Nappa's undamaged figure appeared in the sky. HMPH, do you think that an explosion of this level will cause me harm? You don't understand the horror of our Saiyan. Nappa smiled slightly, floating in the air overlooking the few people below. First look at the three eyes after the disappearance, I will clean up you one by one. Why is he safe and sound? Clint was frightened. It's really a nightmare. The dumplings are in it even for their lives, but they are not effective at all. Dumplings have been rescued by Dragon Ball once, and they can't be resurrected. Tien Shinhan rubbed his fists tightly and glared at Nappa in the sky. I can't forgive you. Three-eyed guy, I will send you to another world to meet that little guy right away. Should you thank me? Nappa smiled. Listen, he had a flaw in the moment of attack. Piccolo said to Clint and Son Gohan, and said his plan. Can this work? Clint was not very optimistic. If it is true that Chi Tien said, if his combat power reaches a height of 6,000 or more, I am afraid it will not have much effect. Piccolo said solemnly, but anyway, try it first, can it? Do you want to sit still? I don't have a girlfriend yet. Clint hugged his light head, showing a look of helplessness. Chi Tien is a pit, even if you don't show up, you can quickly pick Goku back. Dad will come, Son Gohan said. Clint gave Son Gohan a glance. What do you know, kid? I mean, let Goku come here quickly. After Goku came, we all died. What's the point of coming here? Brilliant plan, I wish you success in the battle. Vegeta smiled on the side. Piccolo, this guy is called Vegeta. Saiyan's prince. Can Son Goku really beat him? The combat power of this cargo is close to 20,000. You don't have to be happy too early. Son Goku will definitely knock you out after coming over. Piccolo snorted. Son Goku, is it Kakarot? Vegeta smiled slightly, he has escaped with Chi Tien a long time ago. Do you still expect them to come and save you now? HMPH, they didn't run away. They are just far from here, it will take a certain amount of time to get here. Piccolo hummed. Really? Then I was looking forward to it. Vegeta smiled softly. Hey, at this time, Nappa whizzed in the direction of Tien Shinhan. It's now, Piccolo said immediately. Good. Clint gritted his teeth. Son Gohan trembled with fright. Ah. In the next moment, Piccolo and Clint disappeared in an instant. In the blink of an eye, Piccolo appeared near Nappa. Nappa was about to attack Tien Shinhan, but never expected Piccolo to appear suddenly. Boom. Piccolo hit Nappa's face with a heavy punch. Nappa was caught off guard and flew upside down. Clint appeared right above Nappa, clenched his fists with both hands and gave a heavy blow, hitting Nappa without knowing the south, east, west, and northwest. Gohan, it's your turn. Clint said quickly. However, Son Gohan was already frightened. It's terrible, Gohan. Piccolo shouted. Let's attack. Clint said quickly. The two of them no longer had the slightest hesitation, and directly released their energy to blast towards Nappa. Nappa, you are too much. Do you think you are playing volleyball? Play me like a volleyball. La. Nappa quickly adjusted his figure in the air, avoiding the attack of the two. Oops, he avoided it. Clint said solemnly. This guy is so fast. Piccolo Bia. You guys did a good job. You didn't play the cards in order. Nappa said coldly, then I don't have to kill you in order. I will kill you two first. Qigong Cannon. At this moment, Tien Shinhan suddenly released a powerful Qigong Cannon. Boom. The Qigong Cannon covered Nappa in the sky at that time. After the smoke dissipated, Nappa's intact figure was revealed. Tien Shinhan. This is so special. Is this guy immortal? Can't this die? Snapped. Tien Shinhan consumed all energy and fell to his death on the spot. This fool. Clint was frightened. Chi Tien is right, this guy's combat effectiveness has reached a height of about 6,000. Piccolo said in a deep voice, and our combat effectiveness, no matter how improved, is at most 3,000, this is still higher. Bull, we can't even beat this guy, let alone the Saiyan named Vegeta. Clint exclaimed, Goku, come on. Son Gohan was scared to pee. Very scary. How can such a terrible guy exist in this universe? Tien Shinhan also died. Everyone died one by one. This is simply a nightmare. Clint said solemnly. Another one died. Nappa smiled lightly, this time it's your turn. Are you still unwilling to tell the whereabouts of Chi Tien and Kakarot? We said it. You didn't believe it. Clint shouted loudly. Really, you mean they didn't run away? Nappa smiled. Yes, Goku is rushing here. He will definitely come. Clint said loudly. I think you are delaying time and want them to run farther. Nappa sneered. How many times do we have to say it before you believe it? Clint shouted. Okay, don't bother to speak, he won't believe it anyway. Piccolo shook his head, let's fight on the ground. He is more suitable for air combat than us. Clint was taken aback for a moment. Piccolo, you are too right. It's the same everywhere, it's just a dying struggle. Nappa smiled contemptuously. Snapped. Nappa landed on the opposite side of the three people from the sky. The expressions of the three of Piccolo became solemn. Okay, implement our second plan. Piccolo said to Clint and Son Gohan. This time, I won't escape this time. Son Gohan said. Of course, if you escape again, the three of us will undoubtedly die. Piccolo said, and then comforted, Gohan, you have to have confidence, as long as you are brave, your energy is stronger than mine. Son Gohan, the problem is that I have no confidence. I'm so scared. Okay, let's get started. Clint shouted. Immediately afterwards, Clint flew away in the direction of Nappa. Oh, actually came to die on the initiative. Nappa was a little surprised. I haven't attacked yet, you came to the door automatically. It looks like a trap. Vegeta smiled. Wow. After Clint rushed forward, suddenly his hands released a powerful energy and hit the ground. Immediately afterwards, Clint rose to the sky. Nappa is a bit pity. What is this little bald head doing? Hey, big bald head. Actually, I am your long-lost brother. Clint said hastily, didn't we both have hair on our heads? Nappa, what's all this mess? Just when Nappa was a little reluctant to push, Piccolo came quickly and grabbed Nappa's tail. Gohan, Piccolo shouted to Son Gohan. Son Gohan plucked up his courage and charged towards this side. You idiot, Nappa sneered, and slammed an elbow against Piccolo's head. Piccolo, what's happening here? Opening square bracket. Quote. Isn't Saiyan's weakness the tail? Clint, are you cheating me? Clint, it's not what you think. Hey, don't die, you made the Dragon Ball, right? Tell me where the Dragon Ball is. Nappa said to Piccolo. How did it happen? Have they overcome the weakness? Clint exclaimed, sure enough, they, like Goku, have overcome the weakness of the tail. Snapped. Piccolo fainted on the spot and temporarily lost consciousness. This time it's over. Clint felt like a morning. Let this guy sleep for a while, I have a lot of fun with this little guy. Nappa looked at Son Gohan with interest. You can tell by the voice, you are Kakarot's son, right? Your body is also flowing. Saiyan's blood is considered to be my clan. I would have liked you, but your father secretly ran away and left you here. Boom. Nappa flew up and kicked Son Gohan heavily. Son Gohan was kicked up to a height, and his body was suspended. Boom! Nappa slapped Son Gohan with a backhand. Son Gohan's body slammed heavily on the mountain behind him, and then fell down from the mountain. But then, Son Gohan gritted his teeth and got up from the ground. Yes, that's interesting. Nappa smiled. Call out. Nappa came quickly towards Son Gohan. Asshole. Clint couldn't stand it anymore and kicked Nappa's face fiercely. Nappa was caught off guard and flew backwards. Clint followed up. However, Nappa quickly adjusted Li Wang's to correct his figure and began to fight back. Clint's face changed color. He hurriedly avoided Nappa's attack, and swiftly rolled several somersaults on the ground. What a quick speed. Vegeta smiled. Little bald head, don't move at a real speed, do you really think you are amazing? Nappa was very angry, and rushed towards Clint. Chi Yuan slash. Clint raised his right hand, condensing a group of rotating flames. Call out. Chi Yuan Zan smashed in the direction where Nappa was. Ha, that's all about the vulture. Nappa snorted coldly, planning to carry it hard with her body. Nappa, get away, Vegeta shouted. Nappa reacted violently and dodged in a hurry. Shit, Chi Yuan Zan cut off a mountain in the distance just like cutting tofu. Nappa's face became difficult to look. You idiot, don't you see how powerful this trick is? Vegeta grumbled. Really a pig teammate. This is terrible. Clint scratched his head. 6th Universe. Champa Planet. Chi Tien, don't you practice today? Vados asked Jun. I only practice for 2 hours a day. The practice time is too long, and I feel that the effect is not great. Chi Tien smiled. You are already amazing. Vados sighed. This has only been 20 years. It's just that your clone has reached its level. What are you not satisfied with? By the way, Vados, I heard that there is a very powerful person in the 11th universe. What is his name? Jiren. Chi Tien said in a deep voice. I also heard a little bit. This person's strength is indeed comparable to gods of destruction. Vados nodded, but your current strength is much stronger than him. How lonely is invincible? Chi Tien sighed. Vados. I always feel as if I have forgotten something. Chi Tien dragged his chin to meditate afterwards. You forgot to make me coffee. Vados said. Vados, have you ever sipped coffee? Chi Tien asked. Vados wiped his sweat. Are you disgusting? So, have you always heard of the saliva chicken? Chi Tien asked again. Vados shook his head. You are Angel, haven't you even heard of such a famous dish? Chi Tien shook his head. Vados stared. Who knows where you got such a strange name? Isn't it normal if you haven't heard of it? Today, we don't make drinks, let's make a saliva chicken for you to try. Chi Tien said. It doesn't taste good to listen to the name. Vados snorted. Just don't want to eat it, I'll eat it myself. Chi Tien smiled slightly, and then stopped taking care of Vados and started making Rushui chicken. The Rushui chicken was quickly made by Chi Tien. Chi Tien tasted a piece in silence. Well, the taste is okay. It looks delicious. Vados looked a little greedy. Here, let's have a taste. Chi Tien didn't have any notes, and gave Vados a piece. Vados took it with chopsticks and tasted it. Beishengsheng raw meat, red spicy oily sea pepper, drooling in his mouth, Vados was intoxicated. It's so delicious. Soon, Vados reacted immediately. This is the saliva chicken. Vados was stunned. Otherwise, what do you think? Chi Tien smiled. Vados. I thought you were going to spit in it. 7th Universe, the Earth. The battle continues. Call out. Nappa threw an energy bomb in the direction of Clint. Clint was shocked and hurriedly took off. The energy bomb exploded. Although Clint had jumped up, he was still affected by the explosion and felt that he was not well. Okay, if you come here again, you will definitely die. Nappa snorted, condensing energy in his hand, intending to kill Clint here. Boom. At this critical moment, Piccolo regained consciousness, with a jet of energy in his hand, hitting Nappa's back heavily. Nappa grinned in pain, and looked at Piccolo behind him with anger. This is already awake. Nappa squatted. Ha ha ha, Nappa, can't you play anymore? Vegeta laughed. You are really mad at me. Nappa was furious. You guys don't play cards in order, so I will kill you out of order. Oops, I can't move anymore. Clint wanted to cry without tears. I'm so crispy. After being blown up by that guy, the bones all over his body seemed to be broken. You don't play the cards in order, and I don't kill you in order. Nappa said coldly, Kakarot's son, let's start with you first. Son Gohan, shameless, quote quote, it was Uncle Clint who beat you, don't look for me. Boy, get ready to die. Nappa charged towards Son Gohan. Asshole, your opponent is me, Piccolo shouted, hurriedly chasing after him. Wow, Son Gohan gritted his teeth, his body burst out suddenly. Boom, Son Gohan flew heavily on Nappa's face. Nappa flew backwards. Boom, Nappa plunged headlong into the mountain behind him. Piccolo was stunned. This little guy finally started to work. Boom, the mountain collapsed and Nappa was buried in it. But the next moment, Nappa rose to the sky and returned to the opposite side of Son Gohan. Nappa got angry and glared at Son Gohan on the opposite side. Boy, do you really think I dare not kill you? Nappa sneered, and a huge amount of energy condensed in his hands. Go to hell. The energy in Nappa's hand was sprayed in the direction of Son Gohan. Son Gohan was frightened, and stood motionless. At this critical moment, Piccolo rushed up quickly, stretched out his arms, and blocked the energy attack with his body. Clint was stunned. Piccolo, your people have fallen apart. Is this still the Piccolo Daimao? Boom, there was a big explosion at the scene. Piccolo used his body to block all attacks on behalf of Son Gohan. Uncle Piccolo Son Gohan's pupils shrank, and his whole body was trembling. Gohan, run and get out of here, Piccolo said weakly. AHFD. Snapped. After Piccolo finished speaking, he fell to the ground. Son Gohan was at a loss, not knowing what to do for a moment. Clint, is even Piccolo dying? This is troublesome. Dragon Ball is useless. You run away, Gohan. Piccolo whispered to Gohan, run away and run away. Uncle Piccolo, why are you saving me? Son Gohan cried, don't you die. Ha, this idiot disrupted my order. Nappa snorted. The effect is the same anyway, it doesn't matter. It's sad, my dignified Piccolo Daimao wants to protect a child. Piccolo smiled, it's all because of your father and son. Your kindness has affected me. Gohan, the months I spent with you have been very pleasant. Quote. Son Gohan burst into tears. Uncle Piccolo, you can't die. Gohan, live well. Piccolo smiled. The sixth universe, the planet of Champa. By the way, will your clone stay here? Vados ate the slobber, glanced at Chi Tien's clone, and said to Chi Tien. It doesn't mean going back to the 7th universe. You can't let the clone go to the 11th universe. Chi Tien thought. Are you going to let the clone go to Jiren? I think it's better to forget it, be careful of being blown up. Vados smiled. Even if it is blown up, it can still be gathered together again, my clone is equivalent to the existence of the immortal body. Chi Tien said. It's a pity that your clone can't become Super Saiyan. If you can transform further, your strength will be even higher. Vados groaned. Saiyan, Chi Tien was stunned, and suddenly realized something. If you don't say that I have forgotten, I have to let the clone go back quickly. I am afraid that the Earth of the 7th universe is in trouble, and I will say that I have forgotten something. Quote. Vados did not speak. 7th, Vados has nothing to worry about universe. What? Chi Tien controlled the clone to move slightly, and it appeared in the sky of the 7th universe in an instant. Turtle House. Everyone died one by one. Goku hasn't come back yet, Bulma said solemnly. No, Master Roshi shook his head, where is Chi Tien? Has he not come back yet? I called my dad a minute ago, and my dad said he didn't see Chi Tien come back. Bulma's head was big. It's really troublesome now. Master Roshi sighed, I'm afraid that the three of them will also encounter accidents. Chi Tien, come back soon. Bulma prayed. What? Just when Bulma's voice fell, Chi Tien also appeared by Bulma's side through instant transmission. Chi Tien, did you hear my prayer? Bulma looked at Chi Tien in surprise. I already know the specific things. Chi Tien sighed, the one that should come will always come. A strong breath is disappearing, is it Piccolo this time? Master Roshi sighed. I will take Goku here. Chi Tien said. ... Temple. Hoo. The god was panting heavily, feeling that his life had reached its limit. God, Mr. Popo said solemnly. My life is about to end. The god sighed, it's a pity that Goku hasn't rushed back, but to my comfort, Piccolo surpassed my god in the end. God, Mr. Popo didn't know what to say. Mr. Popo, the temple will be pleased to you in the future. After the god said this, his body also disappeared suddenly. At the same time, Piccolo's head tilted, and there was no breath. Wow, Son Gohan wailed loudly, his face was filled with endless anger. Magic flash. The energy condensed in Son Gohan's hands. Gohan is so powerful. Clint was surprised. I don't know how much Gohan's current combat effectiveness can reach. Boom. The energy in Gohan's hand bombarded Nappa's direction. Boom. Looking at the energy coming from the bombardment, Nappa slapped it over, directly knocking the energy away. Boom. The energy fell on the distant mountain, which blasted the mountain to a flat ground at that time. Son Gohan was so desperate. Little boy's combat effectiveness is not low, it makes my hands numb. Nappa smiled. Uncle Piccolo, I'm sorry, I didn't hit the enemy, I don't even have the strength to escape. Son Gohan smiled bitterly, knelt on the ground, and lost his fighting spirit. Clint was anxious, but there was nothing he could do. Nappa walked over to Son Gohan step by step, and stepped away to trample Son Gohan to death. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Hell, at this time, Son Goku finally reached the end of the snake path. That is the starting point of the snake path. However, Son Goku was dumbfounded afterwards. This is where, isn't it said that the end of the snake path is the Yama King Hall? Didn't the gods come to pick me up? People, it doesn't look like the main hall of Yama. Where should I go next? Son Goku scratched his head. There is not even one person around here. There is no way to ask someone to ask. What? Just when Son Goku felt helpless, Chi Tien's figure suddenly appeared beside Son Goku. Chi Tien, you are finally here. Son Goku was surprised and delighted. Let's go. Chi Tien put his hand on Son Goku's shoulder. What? The next moment, Chi Tien took Son Goku to display instant transmission, and appeared in the Galen Tower in a flash. Ha! Immortal Jaline. Son Goku was stunned. Goku, you are back. Immortal Galen was also full of surprises on his face. Shondo, Chi Tien said to the Immortal Jaline. Immortal Galen reacted fiercely, and hurriedly took out 2 fairy beans and threw them to Son Goku. Recently, there are relatively few fairy beans grown, and only the last 2 are left. Goku, you seem to be very tired, hurry up. Take one. Single quote. Okay. Son Goku nodded and ate the fairy beans. Suddenly, Son Goku's physical strength was restored to its peak state. We are gone. Chi Tien waved to Immortal Jaline. What? In just an instant, Chi Tien brought Son Goku to the scene of the battle. Ha ha ha, I really want to appreciate it, Kakarot's expression when he sees his son. Nappa laughed loudly, and stepped to stomp Son Gohan to death. Boom. Chi Tien waved his hand lightly, and shot Nappa flying with a blank palm. Nappa's body left a long trace on the ground. Son Goku also flew over immediately and rescued Son Gohan. Gohan, are you okay? Son Goku asked hurriedly with concern. Oh, it finally appeared. Vegeta smiled and looked at Chi Tien and Son Goku, you finally can't sit still, right? Escape is meaningless. Son Goku looked around, and after seeing his dead partner, his face was filled with endless anger. Ah, Dad, Son Gohan was pleasantly surprised. Goku, you can count it, Clint's tears fell. Chi Tien, you are so pitted. Only willing to come over now. Son Goku frowned and walked in the direction of Piccolo. Son Goku tested Piccolo's body temperature. It's already cold. Piccolo Son Goku said solemnly. Uncle Piccolo was killed to protect me. Son Gohan said. Son Goku. Immediately afterwards, Son Goku looked at Tien Shinhan in the distance. Tien Shinhan is also dead. The next moment, Son Goku turned his head to look at Lepping. Lepping, Son Goku said solemnly. Hey hey, Chi Tien, Kakarot, your accomplices are dead. Nappa laughed loudly, it's not to blame them, who made you appear so late. By the way, there is another kid who has chosen to blow himself up. You are broken to pieces. Don't be sad, I will reunite you with them right away. In fact, you can hide and don't have to come and die. Really, there are dumplings, Son Goku said solemnly, even the gods. Chi Tien looked calm and did not speak. Chi Tien, you don't have to act, I will clean them up. Son Goku said to Chi Tien. This thing blames me, I miscalculated the time they came over. Chi Tien sighed. Chi Tien, you don't need to pay, I know you didn't mean it. Son Goku said. Go, let me see the results of your cultivation. Chi Tien nodded. Hey, Chi Tien, is it possible that you really let this inferior soldier challenge me? Vegeta smiled softly. I advise you not to make any extra effort, this guy is just an inferior soldier. Vegeta, quickly use the detector to see how powerful this inferior fighter is. Nappa proposed. Alright, Vegeta smiled and picked up the detector on the ground to detect Son Goku's combat power value. However, when Vegeta saw Son Goku's combat power value, his face changed a little. What? 5,000 combat power? Vegeta was a little surprised. What are you talking about? 5,000 fighting power? Nappa was stunned. Just kidding, he's just an inferior warrior. Vegeta didn't say a word. Is this guy really Kakarot? Is it really the inferior warrior with only 2 combat power at birth? The detector must be malfunctioning. Nappa exclaimed. Son Goku is already walking in the direction of Nappa. What are you doing? Do you want to come here to die? Nappa shouted angrily. After saying this, Nappa hit Son Goku with a punch. However, after Nappa's punch passed, he found that his fist had failed. When I looked again, Son Goku already appeared next to Son Gohan. What? This guy's speed? Nappa was stunned. Vegeta. The speed is quite fast. Sorry, I'm late, it's not easy for the two of you to survive. Son Goku said to Clint and Son Gohan, this is the last fairy bean. You two will eat half of it. You should keep Goku as a spare. Clint said, don't keep it. Son Goku said, if you don't eat it, I will throw it away. I'm sorry. Clint burst into tears. Goku, you are so kind to me. Clint tearfully ate half a fairy bean. Gohan, you eat too. Son Goku handed the remaining half of the fairy bean to Son Gohan. Both of them recovered more than half of their physical strength after eating the fairy beans. Clint, your strength has improved a lot, and I can sense that your aura is much stronger. Son Goku said to Clint. I also feel that I have made a lot of progress, but compared with them, it is still far behind. Clint smiled bitterly, they are too strong. Saiyan called Nappa has a combat strength of 6,000. We are not opponents, not to mention that. The guy named Vegeta, everyone died one by one. Gohan, I don't even recognize you, and you are not easy. Son Goku said to his son Gohan. Well, Uncle Piccolo taught me, but I didn't play a role. Son Gohan said. Piccolo is dead and the Dragon Ball can't function anymore, no one can be resurrected. Clint gritted his teeth. You stay away, it's up to me next. Son Goku said to the two. Well, Goku, come on. Clint nodded. Son Goku walked towards Vegeta and Nappa. You are an inferior fighter, do you want to challenge me too? Nappa smiled contemptuously. I am Saiyan's superior fighter, and Vegeta is our genius fighter. Do you think you are qualified to challenge us? Do you think your combat power has reached 5,000, do I fear you? Let's not say whether this combat power value is true or not, even if you. The combat power of 5,000 is really 5,000, and I can also kill you to death. Son Goku looked calm and did not speak. Chi Tien said that as long as I suppress the anger in my heart, my self-consciousness will be greatly improved. But I don't seem to be able to suppress my anger. Inferior warrior, you should get out of the way quickly and let Chi Tien come and fight us. Nappa chuckled lightly. I can't forgive you. Son Goku rubbed his fist tightly, his body trembling violently. Chi Tien, I'm sorry, I really can't suppress my inner anger. Since the anger in the heart cannot be suppressed, let it all be released. Chi Tien said. Boom. And while saying this, the energy in Son Goku emerged madly. The huge energy, the shaking earth is trembling. Combat power 7,000, 8,000. Vegeta also widened his eyes and said in disbelief. How could the combat effectiveness of this inferior warrior increase to this level? Did Chi Tien teach him all this? Call. Son Goku took a deep breath and his expression became slightly calmer. Vegeta, what's the fighting power of Kakarot? Nappa asked quickly. Above 8,000. Vegeta crushed the detector. What? Above 8,000? How is this possible? It must be a mistake. The detector must be malfunctioning. Nappa exclaimed. Don't panic, I haven't used Zizouji and Kaio-ken yet. Son Goku said lightly. Freedom, Kaio-ken. Vegeta was stunned. What it is? Don't fool me, let's see how I can deal with you. Nappa was furious, and with a roar, he rushed towards Son Goku with teeth and claws. What? Son Goku appeared behind Nappa for an instant, and kicked heavily on the back of Nappa's heart. Nappa had a dog-eating action at the time. What's the matter? When did he run behind me? Nappa was shocked, gritted his teeth and got up from the ground, rubbing his fist tightly. You. I can't spare you. So you are just a paper tiger. Son Goku said lightly. What are you talking about? Are you insulting me? Nappa was angry with smoke from his nostrils. Dare you say I am a paper tiger? It can be seen from the attack just now. Son Goku looked calm. I'm Saiyan's superior warrior. What qualifications do you inferior warrior have to call me? Nappa was so angry that energy surged from her body. I want you to know how terrible I am. After saying this, Nappa quickly rushed towards Son Goku. HMPH, all your attacks, I can avoid it with my eyes closed. Son Goku said, simply closing his eyes. Let me look down on people. Nappa turned pale with anger. You asked for this. With that said, Nappa launched a fierce attack on Son Goku. Son Goku took a deep breath, and dodged Nappa's attack through the self-consciousness that Chi Tien taught him. Nappa used all the strength of the breastfeeding, but he didn't hit Son Goku. What? How is this possible? Nappa was stunned. Can't I hit this guy with his eyes closed? I do not believe. Nappa felt endless humiliation. Vegeta also looked stunned. How did this guy Kakarot do it? Can you avoid attacks with your eyes closed? Is it to judge Nappa's attack by sensing the fluctuation of the air? Wow, Nappa speeded up the attack again. However, there is no use for eggs. What? Son Goku appeared diagonally behind Nappa in a flash. Hey, I'm here. Son Goku slowly opened his eyes and said faintly. Nappa felt 10,000 critical damage at the time. Next. Son Goku suddenly appeared on Nappa's head in a flash. Son Goku's feet just stepped on Nappa's head. Blue veins on Nappa's forehead violently, raging to the sky, and violently pinched Son Goku with both hands. Snapped. Son Goku fell quickly and hit Nappa's abdomen with a heavy punch. Nappa feels that the whole person is not good. That punch just now avenged the dumplings. Son Goku said lightly. Wow, I'm fighting with you. Nappa gritted his teeth and attacked. Boom. Son Goku moved faster and punched Nappa again. Nappa was knocked down and flew out. This punch is to avenge Lepping. Son Goku shouted. Snapped. Nappa quickly adjusted his figure in midair, and quickly flew into the sky. There was already a cloud of lightning-shaped energy in his hand. Call out. The lightning energy suddenly smashed in the direction of Son Goku. I don't need to hide from this level of attack. Son Goku let out a cold snort, his body exploded. Suddenly, the lightning energy that attacked was directly blown away by the powerful aura of Son Goku. Nappa's eyes were about to split, and his face was filled with endless shock. How is this possible? Nappa was stunned. Really encountered a ghost. Is this still the inferior warrior Kakarot? Vegeta was also shocked. It took only 1 year to increase its combat power from 300 to this level. What is he doing this year? Vegeta couldn't help looking at Chi Tien. Is all this taught by Chi Tien? Chi Tien smiled at Vegeta. Vegeta didn't speak, his expression became solemn. A little Kakarot has become so powerful, so what about Chi Tien himself? Vegeta suddenly had a bad feeling. What? Son Goku suddenly appeared directly above Nappa. This is for Tien Shinhan's revenge. Son Goku had an upside-down golden gori on Nappa's head. Nappa fell quickly. Son Goku quickly caught up. This is revenge for Piccolo. Son Goku kicked Nappa again. Boom. Nappa plunged headlong into the pile of rocks, feeling that the whole person was not good. You beast. I can't spare you. Nappa was furious and hissed. Sure enough, it can withstand such a heavy blow. Son Goku was a little surprised. I am a superior fighter from a famous family. How can I be defeated by you, an inferior fighter? Nappa shouted angrily. Goku is amazing, Clint said with surprise on his face. Yeah, Dad is really amazing. Son Gohan nodded. But the guy named Vegeta is not easy, his combat power is close to 20,000. Clint was a little frightened after thinking about Vegeta's combat power value. Nappa, you idiot, you have to keep your mind sober. Vegeta shouted, make a calm judgment and you can defeat him. Nappa was stunned. Vegeta, you are too right. Vegeta. This idiot with a simple mind and well-developed limbs. Yes, I was really stunned by you. Now I want to use my true skills. Nappa smiled lightly and tried to calm herself down. Whatever you want, Son Goku said lightly. Wow. Energy emerged from Nappa's body. Point 0. Immediately afterwards, Nappa suddenly raised his hand, and an invisible energy exploded beside Son Goku. It's just that Son Goku is faster, and just rushes into the sky in an instant, avoiding the attack. I saw you. Nappa yelled and hurried to catch up. Boom boom. Nappa launched a fierce attack on Son Goku. Son Goku just wanted to master his self-consciousness, but he didn't mean to fight back. Through his body's conditioned reflex, he avoided all the fists and feet that Nappa attacked. Son Goku knew very well that his real opponent was the guy named Vegeta, rather than this simple-minded Nappa with well-developed limbs. What? I can't hit him. Nappa's eyes widened. Immediately afterwards, Nappa opened his mouth. Son Goku froze for a moment. Boom. A powerful energy spurted from Nappa's mouth. Son Goku was taken aback, and almost reflexively released Ki Blast. Boom. Ki Blast hit the jetted energy and counteracted Nappa's attack. It's so dangerous. It seems that my self-consciousness is still not enough for cultivation. Son Goku scratched his head, feeling relieved. Just now, Son Goku planned to dodge with his free will. But at that critical juncture, Son Goku knew that through his brain to remind himself to use freedom, that is no longer considered freedom. Zizazee, it is necessary to use conditioned reflex to achieve better results. What? This guy just pushed my tricks away. Nappa muttered. This guy is just an inferior soldier. Okay, you can get down quickly, Nappa. Vegeta can't stand it anymore, let me clean up this guy. Nappa looked at Vegeta silently. Things that are not promising, even an inferior warrior Kakarot can't be beaten, and I have to take it myself. Vegeta snorted. Son Goku's expression became solemn after hearing Vegeta's words. Is that Vegeta going to take action? Clint's face changed color. His fighting power is 3 times higher than that guy, right? Son Gohan also shivered. Gohan, you can, who did you learn math from? Clint was stunned. You are 5 years old, so you're pretty fast. Have learned to multiply. Multiplication is not only learned in the 2nd grade of elementary school, right? Isn't it 9 years old in the 2nd grade of elementary school? Clint thought a little bit at a time. Ha, you beast. Let Vegeta take care of you. Nappa grinned. You better be careful, Vegeta will destroy you in an instant. He is a genius soldier named Planet Vegeta. Believe that Chi Tien have you already told you? You'd better be mentally prepared. Son Goku did not speak. But I won't stop here. Nappa chuckled lightly, and while saying this, rushed towards the direction where the Chi Tien 3 people were. Not good. Son Goku's face changed color, the 2 of them are in danger. Hey, Chi Tien, you said you won't make a move. I hope you don't stop me. Nappa laughed loudly, shouting at Chi Tien next to him, and speeding up towards Son Gohan and Clint rushed in the direction. Danger. Son Goku's face changed again and again, he was about to launch an attack on Nappa. At this moment, Chi Tien moved. Chi Tien raised his hand gently, an invisible divine power emerged. Snapped. Suddenly, Nappa, who was falling fast, was frozen in the air by Chi Tien. Boom. Chi Tien void waved his hand again and directly hit Nappa to the ground. Nappa's body bounced on the ground a few times and fell in front of Vegeta. Vegeta was stunned. This Chi Tien. Nappa couldn't get close to him at all, so he was beaten back. Ah, I said I didn't make a move. Chi Tien grinned, but my side is dead. In order to protect these 2 little guys, I will make an exception. Nappa felt that her whole body was not good, and her whole body seemed to fall apart. Just hit by Chi Tien with some strange energy, it became like this. You should be honored to be beaten like this by me. Chi Tien sighed. I usually use it to teach Champa. Who is Champa? Vegeta was stunned and asked. You don't need to know so much. Chi Tien smiled. You beast, Vegeta, you beast, save me. Save me. Nappa stretched out his hand and said to Vegeta. Vegeta, You are so special. Do you dare to scold me? Well, I know you are not scolding me. But when it sounds like 560 people, it feels like they are scolding me. Do you think I will save you? Chi-Tien, thank you. Son Goku was originally going to catch up to attack Nappa, but after seeing Chi-Tien take action, he was relieved and quickly fell to Chi-Tien's side. Be regarded as my compensation. Chi-Tien said. Chi-Tien, you really don't have to blame yourself, you are not to blame for their death. Son Goku said. Yes Chi-Tien, I believe you have more important things to do, and it is normal if you don't rush back. Clint also persuaded. Actually, I am not blaming myself, I just shot at itching for a while. Chi-Tien smiled. Son Goku, Clint, the two were speechless. I was just ready to be grateful, but you said something like this. Beast, Vegeta, save me. Nappa reached out to Vegeta. Vegeta smiled slightly and grabbed Nappa's hand. Thank you Vegeta, I'm sorry. Nappa grinned. Who do you say is a beast? Vegeta snorted. Call out. With a light hand, Vegeta threw Nappa directly into the air. Wow, Vegeta, what are you doing? Nappa exclaimed. I don't need you, a simple-minded trash with well-developed limbs. Vegeta's body burst into flames. Boom. Immediately afterwards, a group of powerful energy bombarded Nappa in the sky. Vegeta, you beast, Nappa screamed. Boom. With a loud noise, Nappa turned into dregs and disappeared completely. What a terrible guy. Even his companions have to be killed. Clint was startled, cold sweat broke out on his face. Clint, Gohan, you two should leave here as soon as possible. Son Goku also realized Vegeta's powerful strength, his face changed again and again. But, Son Gohan didn't want to leave. Okay Goku, I see. Clint made a decisive nod and nodded. Gohan, did you hear that? Let's get out of here. That guy is too powerful, not only will we not be useful here, but will add to Goku, trouble. Son Gohan nodded vigorously. Then Goku, let's go first. Clint said. Dad, come on, Dad. Son Gohan also said. Go. Son Goku nodded. Chi-Tien, let's go first. Clint said to Chi-Tien. Let's go. Chi-Tien smiled slightly. Shoo, shoo. Clint and Son Gohan quickly left the scene. Soon, there were only 3 people left in this area, Chi-Tien, Son Goku, and Vegeta. Ha, Chi-Tien, don't you plan to make a move? Vegeta snorted and looked at Chi-Tien with a smile. Okay, let's start quickly. Chi-Tien smiled and said, I still said that. If you defeat Kakarot, I will help you realize any wish. Oh, really? You are so confident, can this inferior warrior defeat me? Vegeta smiled. Try it and you will know. Chi-Tien smiled. So, if I win, can you really help me realize any wish? Vegeta asked with interest. Chi-Tien nodded. But, as far as I know, the Namek person has been killed. He made Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball disappeared. Vegeta asked, how do you realize your wish? What wish do you want to realize? Chi-Tien asked with a smile. It's very simple, of course it is immortal, so that I can fight forever. Vegeta smiled lightly. Yes, no problem. Chi-Tien nodded, let's talk about defeating Kakarot first. Ha, interesting. Vegeta chuckled and turned to look at Son Goku. Ha, you should be happy that an inferior fighter like you can fight against my elite fighter. Really? Son Goku replied faintly, Chi-Tien is also an elite fighter. Yes, I was an elite fighter when I was born, and his combat power reached a height of 2000. Vegeta nodded, but Chi-Tien, the guy who cultivates, becomes more and more useless. Later, I don't know what happened, and the combat power became 100. Is the combat power 100? Is the data detected by the detector really reliable? Son Goku shook his head. As far as I know, Chi-Tien is very powerful. You actually said that his combat power is only 100. Of course, it is undeniable that although the current Chi-Tien combat power is only 100, I know very well that he must still hide combat power. Vegeta smiled slightly. Son Goku did not answer. Saiyan is born to be checked for the quality of warriors. A wild boy with a relatively low combat power value will be sent to such a planet without a strong enemy. Vegeta smiled, that means you was eliminated. Is it wrong? Chi-Tien said that it was Frieza who wanted to destroy our planet, so my parents sent me here for refuge. Son Goku replied, I should thank my parents. If it weren't for them, I will not come to Earth. I like this planet, and I also like my friends here. Although I am an inferior warrior, but I also through my own efforts will surpass you as an elite soldier. Quote, you are really joking. Vegeta snorted, then I will let you see, no matter how hard you try, you can't cross this gap. Both of them were immediately ready to fight. What? The two quickly engaged in a fierce confrontation. Boom boom. The two fought from the ground to the air. For a while, Son Goku had a slight disadvantage. How is it, Kakarot, you are not an opponent at all, are you? Vegeta increased the speed of his attack. Boom. Vegeta slammed Son Goku's body with a fist. Son Goku quickly adjusted his figure in the air and landed steadily on the ground. Snapped. Vegeta also slowly landed on the opposite side of Son Goku, and smiled at him. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta glanced at Chi Tien again, and said with a smile, Chi Tien, let's forget it, it's just an inferior fighter. No matter how you train, you will never be able to surpass my genius fighter. Chi Tien didn't bother to talk to Vegeta. Who gives you the confidence? Without me, you might be able to beat the current Son Goku. But under my guidance, if you can defeat him, that would be a miracle. Sure enough, I know you haven't come up with your real strength yet, but you have far surpassed me in speed and skill. Son Goku looked solemn. Next, I'm going to be real. Really? Then quickly show your true abilities and let me have a look. Vegeta said with interest. Boom. Son Goku's body immediately burst into extremely powerful energy, and a red flame appeared all over his body. Kaio-ken. Vegeta was taken aback for a moment. What is this? Hey, Son Goku quickly shot, and void punched Vegeta. Vegeta reacted extremely quickly and immediately took off and flew into the sky. Son Goku soared into the sky and punched Vegeta in the face. Boom boom. Son Goku launched a fierce attack on Vegeta. Boom. Then, Son Goku kicked Vegeta upside down again. The next moment, Son Goku followed up. However, Vegeta reacted extremely quickly adjusted his figure in the air, and kicked Son Goku. What? Son Goku shook his body and avoided Vegeta's attack through his freedom. Boom. Son Goku hit Vegeta's abdomen with a heavy punch. Puff. Vegeta spouted acidic water, and he felt like he was not well. Boom. Son Goku kicked out again, kicking Vegeta out of the air. Boom. Vegeta fell from the air like a cannonball and hit the ground heavily, leaving a large hole in the ground. Wow. Vegeta got up, his energy exploded, raising the nearby area to the ground. Oh, he seems to be angry. Son Goku scratched his head. Kakarot, do you think this is the end? Vegeta glared at Son Goku with a grim face. I want you to see the overwhelming advantage of the Genius Saiyan. After saying this, more powerful energy emerged from Vegeta's body. After Son Goku sensed Vegeta's powerful breath, his face changed again and again, cold sweat slipped from his face. After Vegeta's breath stabilized, even the clouds in the sky were blown away by his powerful breath. You're done, Kakarot, I want to give you double. Vegeta gave a grin, and Son Goku came quickly. Vegeta increased his speed to the extreme, and directly hit the front door of Son Goku with his head. Freedom. Son Goku freely released his abilities and avoided Vegeta's attack, and punched Vegeta's back with a heavy punch. Boom. Vegeta was knocked to the ground with a punch. What? This? Vegeta couldn't believe it. Can this make him avoid? I do not believe. Vegeta hurriedly swept his legs. Son Goku took off quickly. Boom. This time, Vegeta's fist finally did not fall, and he hit Son Goku's chest with a heavy punch. Although Son Goku has understood the most elementary level of freedom. But after all, the application is not skilled enough. A mouthful of blood spurted from Son Goku's mouth. But soon, Son Goku adjusted his figure quickly and slapped Vegeta's face with a sharp slap. Boom. Vegeta hit Son Goku's abdomen hard with his knees. Acid water spouted from Son Goku's mouth again. Boom. Vegeta flew a kick and hit Son Goku's body. Son Goku flew backwards. What? The Veggie Tower appeared directly above Son Goku and kicked it out again, kicking Son Goku to the ground at that time. Hey! Vegeta waved his hand, and a powerful energy bomb rushed towards Son Goku. Son Goku also reacted very quickly and rushed to the sky. Vegeta grinned, and another energy bomb in his hand greeted Son Goku in the air. Son Goku was shocked, and hurried to avoid sideways. The energy bullet released by Vegeta grazed Son Goku's body and rushed to the sky, turning into a light spot and disappearing quickly. Hoo. Son Goku can be said to have lingering fears. I have to admit that your ability to dodge is very good, which surprised me. Vegeta smiled slightly. Son Goku descended from the sky and landed on the opposite side of Vegeta. How? Now you know the gap between us. Vegeta snorted, showing a smug expression on his face. Twice the Kaio-ken actually didn't work. Son Goku gritted his teeth and tore off the broken clothes on his body, revealing strong muscles. There is no way, I will use 3 times Kaio-ken. Although the World Wong said that with my current strength, if I use 3 times Kaio-ken, I will suffer a serious backlash. But if I don't do this, I won't be able to. Winning. HMPH. Just now I deliberately used simple tricks to make you avoid, because it would be boring to kill you all at once. Vegeta chuckled, and then turned to look at Chi Tien with a smile. How? Chi Tien, do you want to try? Do you think it is necessary? Although Kakarot has grown to a very high level, it is still far behind me. It should be clear that I am Saiyan's most talented fighter. Chi Tien didn't pay attention to Vegeta. You can really blow. Triple Kaio-ken, Son Goku said. Suddenly more and more powerful energy emerged from his body. Triple Kaio-ken, World King Star. That King Vegeta is really powerful. Goku can't beat him even with twice the Kaio-ken. It seems that there is no way. I can only use 3 times the Kaio-ken. I don't know how long Goku can last. Road. In this battle, maybe Goku will lose. But with Supreme Kai, Vegeta shouldn't be able to make any waves. Son Goku's energy exploded, and his combat effectiveness was constantly skyrocketing at this moment. Triple Kaio-ken. What? Didn't the Realm King say that I can only bear twice Kaio-ken at most? How can I feel triple Kaio-ken without any discomfort in my body? Maybe it's the reason why I haven't attacked yet. Maybe my body will not be able to bear it in a while. Can't control that much. Defeat this guy first. Vegeta obviously also sensed the extremely powerful breath of Son Goku. Although Vegeta is not very sensitive. But Vegeta could foresee that a dangerous signal was rushing towards him. What's the situation? Call out. At this moment, Son Goku attacked quickly. Boom. Son Goku's fist hit Vegeta's face hard. Vegeta flew backwards, blood spurting out. Boom. Son Goku quickly caught up, propped his hands on the ground, and kicked Vegeta's waist. Vegeta was kicked into the air. Son Goku rose to the sky, and rushed towards Vegeta again. Vegeta adjusted his figure quickly and planned to fight back. Snapped. Son Goku suddenly changed direction in the air, and suddenly went around behind Vegeta. Vegeta was shocked and turned hurriedly. However, Son Goku was faster and flew up and hit Vegeta in the back of the neck. Vegeta hit the ground heavily, leaving a big hole in the ground. Vegeta got up quickly. Son Goku struck again. I'm going to kill you. Vegeta was furious and slammed a punch at the rushing Son Goku. Son Goku drew aside, avoiding Vegeta's fist. Boom. Son Goku slapped Vegeta's heart with a heavy palm. Vegeta was kneeling on the ground. Boom. Son Goku's knee pushed up and hit Vegeta's chin. Wow. Vegeta felt that the whole person was ill, and quickly waved back. Son Goku squatted down and hit Vegeta's abdomen with an uppercut. Vegeta's eyes were about to split, and the veins on his forehead violently snapped. Son Goku landed in the distance and took a deep breath. Immediately afterwards, Son Goku moved his body. It's okay. Triple Kaio-ken does not seem to cause any discomfort to my body. The Realm King actually lied to me. I thought Triple Kaio-ken would hurt my body. The King of the World also opened his eyes wide, showing an incredible face. Jia Wong rubbed his eyes immediately. Am I right? Goku just used Triple Kaio-ken, right? Why does he seem to be fine? How did this happen? But soon, the Realm King seemed to react. I understand. Supreme Kai must have trained Goku before this. So Goku's physical endurance has become stronger. Hoo. Vegeta panted heavily and felt 10,000 critical damage. I actually let this inferior soldier be abused. How is this possible? Why does his fighting power surpass me? Hey, you are quite tenacious. Son Goku said calmly to Vegeta, I advise you to give up quickly, you are not my opponent at all. Vegeta's pupils shrank sharply, and his face changed again and again. What did you say? You say I am not your opponent. Vegeta felt the great humiliation. If defeated by Chi Tien, Vegeta would not feel so desperate. But the guy who defeated himself was actually an inferior fighter. I, a genius soldier, let the inferior soldiers defeat you. Am I ashamed? I won't tolerate this kind of thing. Vegeta's eyes were split. I am Saiyan's most talented warrior. I will never let such an inferior warrior defeat it. Vegeta was furious, and his pupils were filled with endless bloodshot eyes. Aren't you going to give up? Does it make sense to continue playing? Son Goku scratched his head. Vegeta's body trembled more violently. Are you insulting me? I can't forgive you. I can't forgive you. Vegeta shouted angrily. After saying this, Vegeta rose to the sky. Kakarot, if you have the ability, you can avoid it. I'm going to blow you and this planet to pieces. Vegeta gathers powerful energy in his hands. Son Goku frowned, and energy began to gather in his hands. Triple Kaio-ken's Ki Blast. Son Goku said. Afterburner. The two released their energy. Boom, two different energies collided in the air, bursting out endless aura. What? He actually fired my afterburner back. How could this be possible? Vegeta saw that the afterburner he released was being fired back. Boom, Vegeta was attacked on the spot, and his body was pushed into the sky by Ki Blast. It quickly turned into a light spot and disappeared. Hoo. Son Goku was also panting heavily. This time Son Goku has consumed a lot of energy and is already a little tired. Good risk. He almost destroyed the Earth just now. Son Goku was also lingering at this time. This guy is really amazing. Good job. Chi Tien nodded slightly. The strange world king said that I can withstand twice Kaio-ken at most. If I use 3 times Kaio-ken, my body may be seriously injured. Son Goku said to Chi Tien, but I just after using Kaio-ken 3 times, I feel like it's nothing serious. Chi Tien smiled without explanation. Could it be said that in the process of cultivating Frieza, my body has overcome 3 times the capacity that Kaio-ken can withstand? Son Goku suddenly realized. Yes, that's it. Chi Tien nodded. What I said, I thought the Realm King was fooling me. Son Goku laughed. World King, you kid, I listen to what you say. Do you think I can't hear it? Goku. At this moment, Yakilobe rushed from a distance. You guys are amazing, you did a great job. Yakilobe laughed. Yakilobe, why are you here? Son Goku was stunned. Did you not notice my existence? Yakilobe smiled. This is also normal, you just fought that guy just now. But I didn't expect you to defeat such a powerful guy. It's amazing. What? With that, Archilobe patted Son Goku on the shoulder. Hi, Chi Tien, hello, my name is Yakilobe, do you still have an impression? Yakilobe waved at Chi Tien again. No, Chi Tien shook his head. Yakilobe, alright, Yakilobe, it's better for you to avoid it quickly. Son Goku smiled. What are you talking about? Don't. Yakilobe suddenly realized something, and his face changed a little. That guy is still alive. If he were beaten to death so easily, he would not be Saiyan's prince. Son Goku smiled and said, is it Chi Tien? Yes, he is still alive. Chi Tien nodded. But it doesn't matter, you are better than him. Yakilobe smiled dryly, and isn't there Chi Tien? Chi Tien won't make a move. Son Goku shook his head, and I don't know if Vegeta has any other strange tricks. Yakilobe. Then, I'll go now, you guys can do your best. Yakilobe waved to the two of them, and quickly drove off. Strange guy, what is he wandering around in the sky? Why can't he come down? Son Goku looked up at the sky and couldn't help asking Chi Tien. Goku, Vegeta may have big moves next, you have to be careful. Chi Tien said. Big action, what do you mean? Son Goku was stunned. You'll know after a while. Chi Tien smiled. Will he perform tricks? Son Goku asked. Yes. Chi Tien nodded. He's here. It doesn't seem to have changed much. Son Goku scratched his head. Snapped. Vegeta descended from the sky and landed on the opposite side of Son Goku. Chi Tien, Kakarot, do you think everything will be fine if you wipe out the moon? Vegeta ether teeth. Moon, what do you mean? Son Goku was stunned. What? Didn't Chi Tien tell you? Vegeta snorted. Well, it doesn't matter, let me tell you now, the mystery that Saiyan will transform when he sees the full moon. Transformation. What transformation? Son Goku was stunned. Do you know that moonlight is the result of sunlight reflecting on the moon? Vegeta chuckled lightly. When the sun shines on the moon, it contains an electromagnetic wave. This electromagnetic wave can reach 17 million Hz during the full moon. After the eyes absorb the 17 million Hz electromagnetic wave, they will react to the tail and begin to transform. There are many in the universe. Planets, there are moons around them, regardless of size, but only when the moon is full can it emit electromagnetic waves of more than 17 million Hz. Son Goku looked confused. What are you talking about? I don't understand anything. What moon? What Hertz? What are you going to say? Only a very small number of Saiyans can create an artificial small moon over 17 million Hz. You only need to mix the oxygen from this planet into this energy ball. Vegeta said, a gleaming condensed in his hand. Energy bomb. Son Goku was stunned. What is he going to do? Let you wait a long time, Kakarot. Your death date is here. Vegeta said out of breath, you should regret not having a tail, and Chi Tien, I believe you know the importance of a tail better than me. You don't have a tail, for me, this is the best result. I, a talented elite fighter, can compete with you, and you should also feel satisfied. That's enough. I still don't understand what you are going to do. After you release the energy, your breath is also greatly reduced. What are you going to do? Son Goku scratched his head. Call out. With a strong wave, Vegeta threw the energy bomb in his hand into the air. What do you mean? Son Goku looked up at the energy bomb flying high in the sky, feeling even more confused. Bloom, my moon. Vegeta raised his right hand high and clenched his fist tightly. Taste. Suddenly, a holy light burst into the sky. In Zuao, a full moon just hovered above the sky, and it seemed particularly dazzling in the evening sky. What is that? Does that thing give him energy? Son Goku frowned, a little confused. Ha 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 ha, the good show is behind. Chi Tien, Kakarot. Vegeta laughed loudly, looking up at the artificial full moon in the sky. Snapped. The next moment, I saw Vegeta's body suddenly changed. Pointy fangs grew on Vegeta's face. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta's mouth protruded outward, and his eyes became blood red. Son Goku was shocked. How come you have a transformation? Roar. Vegeta let out a roar, and his whole body turned into a giant chimpanzee. What is this? Son Goku was stunned. How about Kakarot, are you finished now? Vegeta smiled and looked at Son Goku condescendingly. How did it become like this? Son Goku was stunned. Suddenly, Son Goku also reacted immediately. Great ape monster. Shots came to Son Goku's mind. Goku, there will be a great ape monster on the night of the full moon. You must not go outside. It is safest to sleep at home. Old Gohan told Son Goku. I made your tail disappear and made it impossible to regenerate, so that I won't cause you more trouble in the future. The god said to Son Goku. Son Goku finally figured it out now. So this is awe. What a terrible thing this is. I trampled Grandpa to death. The monster that made the world's #1 martial arts congress was also me. I'm sorry, Grandpa. If I die in the future, I will definitely go there and apologize to you. Kakarot, looking at your surprised look, it seems that Chi Tien didn't tell you the secret of the great ape transformation. Vegeta smiled lightly, this is also normal. Only a few Saiyans will remain after becoming a great ape. Reason, you are obviously unable to keep your sense as an inferior warrior. But I am different, I am a genius warrior. After I became a great ape, my reason is very clear. Quote, Son Goku was big for a while. This guy has grown so big, it's hard to deal with. By the way, I have good news. Saiyan, who has become a great ape, will have 10 times more combat power than usual. Vegeta smiled. What? Son Goku's face changed color. Boom. Vegeta stopped oxygen and slammed Son Goku. Son Goku dodged hurriedly and jumped to the side. Boom. Vegeta flew up and kicked Son Goku. Son Goku was attacked on the spot, his body bounced a few times on the ground and fell to the ground. Ha ha ha, how about Kakarot, where did the prestige just now go? Vegeta laughed and rushed again. Seeing Vegeta coming quickly, Son Goku was shocked and rose directly into the sky. Boom! Vegeta's tail was drawn on Son Goku's body on the spot like a whip. Son Goku was pumped and rolled several somersaults in the air, feeling that the whole person was not good. This guy, although he is big, his movements are quite flexible. If his combat effectiveness is really increased by 10 times, I am afraid that with my current strength, he will not be his opponent at all. There is no way. I can only try Spirit Bomb. With this gap, I wonder if Kaio-ken 4 times can beat him. It seems choking. I'll try Spirit Bomb. Kakarot, get ready to die. Vegeta yelled and charged again. Tien Shinhan, borrow your trick. Son Goku said, putting his hands to his cheeks. Solar Flare. Suddenly, with Son Goku's head as the center, a dazzling light was released. Vegeta was recruited on the spot. Ah, my eyes! Vegeta exclaimed. Son Goku quickly flew towards the distance. While he couldn't open his eyes. I want to gather Spirit Bomb immediately. Son Goku landed in the distance and raised his hands high. Earth, sea, all living bodies, please give me your vitality. Son Goku said. When Son Goku condensed the Spirit Bomb, Vegeta's eyesight was restored little by little. Kakarot this. Vegeta looked around for Son Goku. However, Vegeta really didn't find Son Goku for a while. However, Vegeta saw Chi Tien, who was watching the excitement at a glance. Hey, Chi Tien, how about Kakarot? Is it hidden? Vegeta looked at Chi Tien and asked. Find it by yourself. Chi Tien said lightly. HMPH, since that's the case, I don't bother to look for it, I'd better tidy you up. Vegeta snorted coldly, and opened his mouth to Chi Tien. You have to think about it, attacking me is to pay the price of blood. Chi Tien smiled lightly. I am now 10 times stronger than before, and my combat effectiveness has reached a height of 100,000. Do you think Wong Li will still be afraid of you? Vegeta laughed, and a powerful burst of power came out of her mouth, energy of. The energy smashed in the direction where Chi Tien was. Snapped. Looking at the energy coming from the bombardment, Chi Tien just lifted a finger gently, and the divine power at the fingertips bloomed slightly, which was to set this group of energy in the air. What? Vegeta was stunned, and his face was filled with endless astonishment. How can this be? What did he do? Go! Chi Tien raised his finger. Call out. The energy ejected from Vegeta's mouth hit the sky directly. Boom! Vegeta's energy hit the artificial full moon in the sky. The artificial full moon made a loud noise. The entire sky seemed to be dyed golden yellow. Not good. Vegeta's face changed again and again. In the next moment, Vegeta's body shrank quickly and returned to its original shape. Hoo! Vegeta gasped heavily. Far away, Son Goku has also condensed Spirit Bomb. However, after seeing that Vegeta had recovered to this state, he hesitated for a while. Should I smash the Spirit Bomb at him? What? How could you be so powerful? Vegeta was stunned, looking at the opposite Chi Tien with some horror. I said, attacking me will pay the price of blood. Chi Tien grinned, revealing a mouthful of white teeth. Not good. Vegeta was shocked, and hurriedly turned into a flame, fleeing away. I can't beat it, I can't beat it. I'd better drive off quickly. I became a great ape and was beaten back to my original shape by this guy. Now this me, even Kakarot can't handle it, let alone Chi Tien. Shoo! While escaping, Vegeta continuously released energy bombs and smashed behind him. Stop following me. I want to leave this ghost place quickly. What's the matter? Son Goku scratched his head. Is he trying to escape? Yes. Chi Tien nodded. Is he leaving the Earth? Son Goku asked. Should have this plan. Chi Tien nodded slightly. Why don't you forget it? Chi Tien, as long as he doesn't come to the Earth to do damage, let him leave. Son Goku proposed. Chi Tien smiled, but did not answer. Vegeta immediately took out a remote control from his arms while moving fast. Vegeta pressed a button on the remote control. Call out. Just in the blink of an eye, a spherical universe spacecraft came swiftly toward this side. The universe spacecraft quickly landed beside Vegeta. Vegeta opened the door of the universe spacecraft and got into the universe spacecraft. Call out. The universe spaceship quickly sank into the void, but disappeared in the blink of an eye. He ran. Son Goku raised his head and looked at the disappearing universe spaceship. Yes. Chi Tien nodded. Alright, just run away, I hope he won't do evil again. Son Goku smiled. Let him fly for a while first. Chi Tien grinned. Chi Tien, what you mean is that Son Goku seems to have realized something, scratching his head, his face is speechless. In the boundless starry sky, Vegeta's universe spacecraft is moving fast. In just an instant, Vegeta's universe spacecraft had left the Earth. Vegeta glanced back at the direction of the Earth. I just ran away embarrassed. Vegeta Bia, I will come back to calculate this account someday. Kakarot, and that Chi Tien, just wait and see. My Vegeta will definitely come to you. I want to practice hard and defeat you two guys. Vegeta rubbed his fist tightly. Boom. At this moment, Vegeta suddenly felt the speed of the universe spacecraft drop down suddenly. Seems to be blocked by something. Vegeta was stunned, and immediately looked directly in front of the universe spaceship. The next moment, Vegeta's eyes widened, showing an incredible face. How can this be? Isn't this Chi Tien? Why did he appear right in front of my universe spaceship? This is the universe space. It is impossible for Saiyan to survive in the universe. How did he do that? Am I dazzled? Vegeta rubbed his eyes vigorously. Vegeta took a closer look again. It was Chi Tien that appeared right in front of the universe spacecraft. This guy is grinning at Ruo Mi. Vegeta felt a wave of fear. What surprised Vegeta was still behind. I saw Chi Tien's figure swayed, carrying Vegeta's universe spacecraft to perform instant transmission. In the blink of an eye, Chi Tien took Vegeta's universe spacecraft back to where he was before. Did you come out by yourself? Or let me break the universe spaceship and invite you out? Chi Tien smiled and said to Vegeta in the universe spaceship. Vegeta was stunned. What a hell, this is so special. Have I been brought back to Earth by Chi Tien again? How did he do that? Vegeta knows clearly that if the universe spaceship is destroyed, he will never be able to leave the Earth. Snapped. Vegeta pressed the door open button of the universe spacecraft. Suddenly, the door of the universe spacecraft opened. Vegeta walked out of it. Slap, slap, slap. Just when Vegeta walked out of the universe spacecraft, Chi Tien grabbed Vegeta's hair and slapped Vegeta's face one by one. Vegeta was beaten dumbfounded. Will you let me catch my breath? Son Goku also laughed aside. Yakilobe was also nearby. After seeing this scene, his whole body was trembling with fright. I haven't provoked this guy Chi Tien before, right? Drink, there should be none. I have relatively little contact with him. Too frightening. Saiyan named Vegeta has already flown into the universe. As a result, he was brought back and beaten again. This Vegeta is too tragic. After these few slaps, Vegeta's teeth were knocked out several times, and his mouth was full of blood. Snapped. Chi Tien threw Vegeta to the ground vigorously. Vegeta was smashed to the ground, feeling that the whole person was not good. Snapped. Chi Tien put his big feet on Vegeta's face. Vegeta smashed steel teeth, but was helpless to Chi Tien. Do you know why I beat you? Chi Tien asked suddenly. Vegeta, you were revenge on me. I didn't blame you for attacking me just now, do you know? Chi Tien said. Vegeta didn't say a word. You didn't blame me for attacking you just now, so why did you even hit me? Who believes it? Vegeta, when you were very young, I gave you a chance, but you just didn't know how to cherish. Chi Tien sighed. What are you talking about? Vegeta was stunned. At that time, I knocked you out. I wanted to tell you that there is a world of difference between you and me. Chi Tien said lightly, at the same time, I also want to give you a motivation to cultivate. As a result, you have been doing it all these years. What are you doing? How much has your combat effectiveness increased? Now my fighting strength has reached the height of 18,000. My fighting power has indeed increased AHFD. It has increased a lot more than when I was a kid. Vegeta shouted. When you were 5 years old, your combat power had reached a height of 15,000. After so many years, your combat power has only increased by 3,000. Don't you feel ashamed? Chi Tien said, stepping on Vegeta's face. Vegeta, do you think I want to? It's not that Frieza that guy controls me, so I don't have the opportunity to challenge powerful people. It seems that you already know the reason. Chi Tien smiled. What? Vegeta was stunned. Didn't you just think about Frieza in your heart? You should have realized that it is because of Frieza that your combat effectiveness has stopped. Chi Tien smiled slightly. Vegeta's eyes widened. What, can this guy know my inner thoughts? He can read minds. Also, you shouldn't provoke me. Chi Tien said, slamming a foot on Vegeta's face. Suddenly, Vegeta's body was deeply embedded in the earth. Puff. Vegeta's mouth spurted blood violently, feeling that the whole person was not good. Boom. In the next 10 minutes, Vegeta felt the most tragic scene of his life. Vegeta was tortured to death by Chi Tien. Vegeta was almost crying. Chi Tien, shouldn't you forgive him? Son Goku really couldn't bear to look at it, and quickly asked. Chi Tien glanced at Son Goku. I always feel it's a pity that he is dead now. Son Goku said, I followed you and the Realm King to practice earnestly, and the strength has reached a very high level, but compared with his great ape form, I still have a big difference. I want to use my own efforts to defeat his great ape form as soon as possible. Vegeta, Kakarot, you are so special, you still want to defeat my great ape form. You are too arrogant. Anyway, when I meet Vegeta, I always have a surging feeling. Son Goku scratched his head. Vegeta, what are you talking about? Is the term surging heart appropriate to be used here? Well, you two are true love. Chi Tien nodded. Vegeta wanted to cry. What are you talking about? I like women. Okay, you can roll. After Chi Tien finished speaking, he grabbed Vegeta's hair and stuffed him abruptly into the universe spaceship. Boom. Chi Tien flew up and kicked on the universe spacecraft. After the universe spacecraft drew an arc in the sky, it quickly rushed up to the sky and disappeared. Vegeta felt that his life seemed to be coming to an end. After pressing the start button of the universe spacecraft, he immediately put on a life-saving device for himself. Hateful. One day I will surpass you. Unexpectedly, I left this planet so tragically. Chi Tien, is he still alive? Son Goku scratched his head and asked. It depends on his luck, whether he can insist on returning to his planet for treatment. Chi Tien said. I hope he can live, he is also a good opponent anyway. If I didn't use the Triple Kaio-ken, I'm afraid I would lose to him this time. Son Goku smiled. Chi Tien did not answer the call. I'm sorry, Chi Tien, please forgive my waywardness. Son Goku sighed, I feel a little sorry for my dead friends by doing this. Okay, don't think so much. Chi Tien was afraid to pat Son Goku's shoulder. Toot toot. Not long after, Bulma came to the scene in an airship. Dad. Son Gohan sprang down from the airship and plunged into Son Goku's arms. Goku. Clint also followed, stepping forward and grabbing Son Goku's arm. Finally Master Roshi exclaimed. Goku, are you okay? Clint asked quickly. It's okay, I'm fine. Son Goku smiled slightly. How about you, Chi Tien? Are you okay? Clint asked Chi Tien again. Even if the entire universe is destroyed, I will have nothing to do. Chi Tien said with a smile. Clint, can you have a good chat? It's just a pity for the dead friends, Clint sighed. Chapter 71. Okay, let's not sigh with this, let's get on the plane first. Bulma suggested, if the partners die, there will be a way to resurrect. Huh, Bulma, do you know how to resurrect them? Clint was stunned. Although I don't know how to resurrect them, Chi Tien should know. Bulma smiled and blinked. Clint immediately looked at Chi Tien. Son Goku also looked in the direction of Chi Tien. Let's get on the plane first, Chi Tien greeted. Everyone boarded the plane together. In fact, it is not difficult to bring them back to life. Chi Tien smiled. Have you heard Vegeta and Nappa talk about Piccolo's identity? Piccolo's identity. Clint was stunned. Nappa said that Piccolo is from Namek, do you two remember this? Chi Tien looked at Keelan and Son Gohan. Clint and Son Gohan nodded quickly. Clint also reacted extremely quickly, his eyes brightened. I know, Chi Tien, do you mean that as long as we find the planet where the Namek people live, we can find the Dragon Ball? Clint asked quickly. Do the Namek people also make Dragon Balls? Son Goku asked. The gods and Piccolo are Namek people, and the gods can make Dragon Balls, so the Namek people should also make Dragon Balls. There will be no problem. Clindao. If that's the case, that would be great. Son Goku breathed a sigh of relief. So Uncle Piccolo can be resurrected. Son Gohan was very excited. Yes, if Piccolo can be resurrected, the gods can also be resurrected, and the Dragon Ball of our Earth can also be resurrected. Clint exclaimed. It's great, they all hope to be resurrected. Son Goku also showed joy on his face, ha ha ha, great. But don't be excited. Do you know where that planet is? Bulma asked. Keelan, Son Goku, Son Gohan, and Master Roshi all looked at Chi Tien together. Don't look at me, I have already given you the idea of resurrecting them. Next, you have to solve the problems by yourself. Chi Tien smiled slightly. I still said that, if everything is solved by me, if you encounter troubles in the future, you may stop moving forward. Chi Tien is right. Son Goku nodded. As for where the planet is, I can contact Lord Jia Wang. Lord Jia Wang will definitely know. Immediately, Son Goku stopped trembling, and contacted the Realm King directly. King of the world, can you hear me? Where is Namek? Son Goku asked. Namek, yes, I know, are you looking for that planet? Realm King quickly responded respectfully. After hearing the voice of the Realm King, all the other people were stunned. Unexpectedly, even we heard it. Master Roshi exclaimed, is this the Realm King? It feels like the King of the world speaks so kindly. Clint also whispered to Son Gohan. Yes, Son Gohan nodded vigorously. Listen to Chi Tien, the Realm King is a very high-status god. Master Roshi said, unexpectedly, the higher the status of the god, the more harmonious the tone of his speech. The King of the world did not answer. You have my boss in there. Can I speak impolitely? Although this Lord Supreme Kai has retired. But after all, he is also a god whose status is much higher than me. King of the world, everyone is listening, tell me where is Namek? Son Goku said. Namek is in the Earth's terms. The king said locally the coordinates of Namek. What? Bulma's face changed color. I have a bad feeling. Miss Bulma, do you know this position? Clint asked. Old Turtle, come and fly the plane. Bulma said to Master Roshi. Master Roshi, what do you call me? King of the world, tell us about Namek again. Son Goku suggested. Okay. The king nodded and replied. Namek was originally a very beautiful planet, but a long time ago, due to the abnormal climate, most of the Namek people there were extinct. Now this planet is gradually recovering. The original look, let me see first, are there any Namek survivors there? Said the king. He began to observe the distant Namek. This will work, Master Roshi said. Master Tenjin should have taken refuge from the distant Namek. After he came to Earth, he accidentally lost his memory. Isn't the Dragon Ball realizing all your wishes? Why don't the Namek people who made the Dragon Ball use the Dragon Ball to prevent the abnormal changes in the climate? Yakilobe asked strangely. That's impossible. Master Roshi shook his head. Shenron once said that the desire to exceed the ability of the Dragon Ball maker is impossible to achieve. In fact, Dragon Ball is not omnipotent. I found it, I found the Namek people. Jia Wang said excitedly. Although there are less than 100 people, their population is still increasing. Awesome. Son Goku was also excited. So, Piccolo and Tien Shinhan can both be resurrected. Your thoughts are really naive. Bulma shook her head. I know the location of Namek, but how are we going to get there? How to get there? Of course I took the universe spacecraft. Clindao. That's why you are naive. Bulma glanced at Clint. I just calculated it. Using the world's fastest universe spacecraft made by my father, you guessed how long it will take for Namek. This is a very large number. It takes 4,339 years and 3 months. It must be immortal. Son Goku and others are speechless. King of the world, what should I do? Son Goku asked. World King, do not ask me. You ask Master Supreme Kai. Lord Supreme Kai is capable of instant transmission. If Supreme Kai-sama is willing to take you there, it will only happen in an instant. By the way, I remember. Chi Tien, don't you know instant transmission? Can you take us to Namek? Son Goku suddenly thought of something and looked at Chi Tien. Instant transmission. Can I really go to Namek? Clint was stunned. I just said, if everything is solved by me, you won't have a sense of accomplishment. Chi Tien said. This is just this time, is this the last time? Clint asked. Just send us to Namek, and you don't care about the rest. Are you sure? Chi Tien smiled. What do you mean? Clint suddenly had a bad feeling. Are you sure you want me to send you to Namek? Chi Tien grinned. Clint didn't know how to pick it up. Well, if this is the case, then I will complete you. Chi said, putting his hand on Keelan's shoulder. Chi passed instant transmission, and appeared on Namek with Clint in just an instant. Clint looked around. What is this place? This is Namek, come on Clint. Try to find Dragon Ball as soon as possible and resurrect Piccolo and the others. Chi patted Clint on the shoulder. Clint, come on. Chi said to Clint, I will go back first. Hello, Clint was dumbfounded. Chi left as he said, and disappeared as soon as he saw it. In just an instant, Chi returned to the plane. Clint was dumbfounded. Clint looked at this strange land and green sky, sniffed, and wanted to cry. Is it really Namek here? If it is really Namek, at least you bring Goku here. Also, you gave me Dragon Ball radar. Without Dragon Ball radar, how can I find Dragon Ball? Clint wanted to cry without tears. Where is the Kling? Master Roshi was stunned. He has been sent to Namek by me. If it goes well, maybe it will be easy to find 7 Dragon Balls and bring Piccolo back to life. Chi said. Master Roshi, Son Goku, Son Gohan. Yakilobe, is this going to Namek? Universe spacecraft have to fly for thousands of years. Did he send the bald head over in an instant? Isn't this amazing? Bulma is not surprising. Chi I want to go too. Son Goku scratched his head. You didn't say it earlier. Chi sighed. Clint Gang also said, this is the last time I will help you, and you need to solve the rest by yourself. But I can provide you with ideas, perhaps by yourself. Way to achieve the goal. Clint himself is on Namek, isn't it in danger? Son Goku asked. Chi did not answer the call. Chi, you said you can provide us with ideas, why not speak out and listen to it? Bulma asked. This is the remote control of the universe spacecraft that Nappa is riding in. You can think of a way to transform this universe spacecraft to Namek. Chi proposed. This is a very good way. Bulma nodded happily, but it will take a certain amount of time to transform the universe spacecraft. Maybe when the spacecraft is transformed, Clint has already gathered the Dragon Ball to fulfill his wish. Did Clint take the Dragon Ball radar? Son Goku asked. Bulma, the Dragon Ball radar is on me. Bulma was speechless for a while. This is troublesome. Son Goku scratched his head. Master Roshi immediately looked at Chi. The meaning in those eyes seemed to be asking Chi, should I send the Dragon Ball radar to Keelan? What, Master Roshi, do you want to go to Namek too? Chi said with a smile. Ahem, are there only Namek people on that planet? Master Roshi asked quickly. Yes, there is no beauty in your imagination. Chi nodded. Then I won't go. Master Roshi refused decisively. A planet without beauty, what did I do in the past? Let Clint familiarize yourself with the environment on Namek first. Bulma, you should also quickly transform the universe spacecraft, and then we will rush over to meet Clint immediately. Son Goku suggested. Chi is right, if we can quickly if it achieves the goal, then it doesn't make any sense. Okay, just do it. Bulma nodded. The next day, under the leadership of Chi, Bulma came to Master Roshi's island with excitement. Quick, you guys watch TV. Bulma said. TV, what do you mean? Master Roshi was a little puzzled. Don't shiver, just watch it. Bulma said, turning on the TV. The latest news is being broadcast on TV. According to the person concerned, this round object was found in the destroyed eastern capital. It is still unclear what it is, and it may come from a certain kind of aircraft in the universe. Isn't this Saiyan's universe spacecraft? Son Goku was taken aback. Is this Saiyan's universe spacecraft? It's really small. Master Roshi sighed. Yes. Son Gohan nodded. Miss Bulma, what are you going to do? Master Roshi asked. 563. Bulma smiled mysteriously and didn't speak. When I found this object, there were only 2. One of them flew away from the scene without knowing the reason. The commentary on the TV said again. This is a little troublesome. The universe spacecraft has been discovered by scholars of the country. Master Roshi sighed. Hee, I used this remote control to make the universe spaceship fly away, and it shocked them. Bulma chuckled. Is this inappropriate? Master Roshi wiped his sweat. I have fixed the remote control last night, and now I can just watch the TV and know its movement. Bulma smiled and said, and pressed a button on the remote control. The Universe spacecraft remained motionless. Boom. The next moment, I saw a big explosion in the Universe spaceship. Everyone at the scene was terrified. What is going on? That object suddenly exploded, and the building on the scene became a piece of wreckage. The commentator exclaimed. What's the matter? Why is this? Did I just press the blue button? Bulma wiped his sweat. Master Roshi, Son Goku. Several people were speechless for a while. Chi Tien, what can I do? Bulma wanted to cry. There will be a way. Chi Tien smiled. Don't worry about it, Bulma, maybe Clint is lucky and has all the Dragon Balls. Son Goku laughed. That's it again, Goku, why don't you go home and live with me? Master Roshi stared. I still want to have fun with beautiful women at night. It just so happened that Clint was not there. It's okay for you, you just need to come here, and bring your son here too. Well, didn't I let Gohan follow Piccolo to practice? If I go back, Chi-Chi will definitely blame me. I will stay with you for a while, Master Roshi. Son Goku scratched his head. Wife is strict. Master Roshi stared. Boom boom boom. At this moment, the door of the room was knocked. Son Gohan ran to open the door. What appeared at the door was a short fat man with black all over. Son Gohan was startled and thought it was a ghost. You, who are you? Son Gohan asked tremblingly. Ah, it's Mr. Popo. Son Goku greeted quickly. Which one of you will come with me? I may have found the Universe spaceship. Mr. Popo smiled. Universe spaceship, really? Son Goku was excited. This is, Master Roshi asked. Grandpa, this is Mr. Popo, he lives with the gods. Son Goku introduced, and Mr. Popo lived in the temple a long time ago, and he lived with the gods before. So it's like that. Master Roshi nodded. What do you mean by that? That may be the Universe spaceship, but I don't understand it very well, so I want you to follow me to see, and I will lead the way. Mr. Popo said. Miss Bulma, should you go? Son Goku suggested. I can go, Chi Tien, you have to accompany me, always feel that this person's eyes are so scary, like beans. Bulma said. Bobo, okay, let's go together. Chi Tien did not object. Bulma stepped forward and hugged Chi Tien. Mr. Popo took out the flying carpet and stood on it. Aren't you coming up? Mr. Popo asked. Just go, I will follow you. Chi Tien greeted Mr. Popo. Okay, Mr. Popo nodded. What? Mr. Popo disappeared from the flying carpet in an instant. Chi Tien appeared in the vicinity of Mr. Popo through instant transmission without any haste. Mr. Popo. No wonder Lord Tianshan said he was great. Sure enough, it's even more amazing than I thought. He seems to be the supreme god. We're here, over there. Mr. Popo pointed to the distance. Where is it? It's so cold. Bulma shivered with cold, and hugged Chi Tien tightly. Chi Tien's body burst out with the energy of the flame a little, and passed his own temperature to Bulma. Oh, Chi Tien, you won't have a fever. Why do I feel that your body is so hot, and you feel so comfortable? Bulma said with some worry. Don't be mean, I will never get sick. Chi Tien smiled. This is Yunzibit Highland, Mr. Popo explained. Yunzibite, isn't this the edge of the earth? Why did we run so far in an instant? Bulma was stunned. Please come here, Mr. Popo said. Does there really exist a Universe spaceship in this place? Bulma muttered in his heart, if it weren't for Chi Tien you were with me, I would even suspect that he had no good intentions for me. Mr. Popo, don't worry, if anyone dares to be unkind to you, I will dominate him. Chi Tien said with a smile. Mr. Popo, are you two talking about crosstalk? Over there, Mr. Popo pointed to a strange flying machine not far away. The aircraft has been covered with green moss because it has not been used for many years. Bulma looked into the distance. Is it a Universe spacecraft? Mr. Popo asked. It's not certain now, we need to check to know. Bulma replied. With that said, Bulma stepped forward and patted the fuselage of the Universe spacecraft. This kind of thing is not like metal, this kind of material has never been seen on Earth. Bulma groaned, and then asked, what's going on? Can you say more clearly? About 100 years ago, the gods accidentally told me about the past. Mr. Popo replied, this is a strange story. The gods lived on Yunzebit Heights when they were very young. I asked. Yunzebit Highland is a difficult place to survive. How did he live here? The gods said, he didn't know why he was here. Where, he seemed to have lost his memory after being hit on the head. Quote. It seems that the aliens who came to the Earth, except you, have lost their memory. Bulma said to Chi Tien. Chi Tien nodded. You continue talking. Bulma said to Mr. Popo. Mr. Popo, I asked the gods again, do you have a father and a mother? Mr. Popo replied, the gods said, he has no parents, only a letter written in it, he will go there in the future, waiting for us. I still don't understand what you are talking about, can you tell me the point? Bulma said. The boyhood gods have been waiting for his own parents. Although he doesn't know the result, he has been waiting here silently. Mr. Popo replied, the gods also said that he has a home in Yunzebit. He believed that his parents would definitely return to this home. But he waited for a long time and did not wait for his parents to show up. Later, in desperation, the gods had to leave Yunzebit's home. Bulma. Let you say the point, you always tell the story of the gods. I am not interested in the story of the gods. Ahem, what does this have to do with the universe spacecraft? Bulma asked. You are too impatient, the key lies in the back. Mr. Popo replied. Tianjin said that sometimes he thinks of it and thinks that it is really a wonderful home. He has seen so much in the world before he realizes that home. Something is different. The round one has 4 legs just like an insect. There are no handles or locks on the door, and it can be opened by just one sentence. Say what? Bulma asked. Piccolo, Mr. Popo said. Taste. Just after Mr. Popo said this, a circular platform on the universe spaceship slowly fell down. This is the entrance, Mr. Popo explained. Stand up and try. Chi Tien, take me up. Bulma said. Chi Tien hugged Bulma and flew up. Mr. Popo, are you two sprinkling dog food in front of me? Mr. Popo also quickly stepped onto the platform. Just say one more Piccolo and it will close. Mr. Popo said. Crack. The platform slowly rose, and 3 people appeared inside the universe spacecraft. Do you see if this is a universe spaceship? Mr. Popo asked. Yes, I understand. Bulma suddenly realized, the gods are Namek people. The king said that Namek was almost extinct due to the abnormal weather, so the gods came to the Earth through this universe spacecraft. I also heard the conversation between you and the Realm King, so I thought of this home. Mr. Popo replied. So I wanted to try it, but I didn't expect to be here. If this is really a universe spacecraft, then those words just now are reasonable. Bulma nodded and asked Chi Tien again, Chi Tien, what do you think? Yes, this is indeed a universe spaceship. Chi Tien smiled slightly. I don't know how to operate this universe spaceship. Bulma walked to the position of the center console and took a closer look. Weird, where there is no operation, maybe a password is needed. Yes, if it is so easy to start, the gods should have known when they were young. Mr. Popo replied. I seem to have thought of something, it should be sound. I can recognize it by sound. Bulma said quickly. What will it be? Piccolo, Mr. Popo asked. No, that's the sound when entering and exiting. Bulma shook her head. I think it should be controlled by Namek, which is the language spoken by the gods and Piccolo at the world's #1 martial arts conference. That must be Namek. If it's Namek, I will be Mr. Popo. Bobo replied. Great, you now try to use Namek to make it take off. Bulma suggested. Where do you fly? Mr. Popo asked. Chi Tien, what do you say? Bulma solicited Chi Tien's opinion. Whatever, such as near Mars. Chi Tien didn't care. Then fly to Mars. Bulma said. Okay, I'll try. Mr. Popo nodded and greeted the machine with Namek. Beep. Suddenly, a line of Namek text was displayed on the center console of the universe spacecraft. It means understanding, Mr. Popo explained. Call out. Suddenly, the universe spacecraft soared into the sky, but left the Earth in an instant. Bulma was caught off guard, and fell into Chi Tien's arms at that time. When Bulma reacted, he found that the universe spacecraft had already arrived near Mars. It's really Mars, it's amazing. Bulma exclaimed, that's right, this is really a universe spaceship. Great, this time the gods can come back again. Mr. Popo was also excited and tears fell. Then, Let's control the universe spacecraft to land to our house now. Bulma suggested. Good. Mr. Popo nodded. Namek. Clint wanted to cry without tears. Clint has already determined that this is definitely not the Earth. The Earth's sky cannot be green. There is no such strange plant on the Earth. Moreover, after Clint flew to a high altitude, he found that this planet was much larger than the Earth. What makes Clint most speechless is that this planet seems to have 3 suns. I'm afraid it is really Namek here. Clint took a deep breath. How to do? I have been on this planet for more than 10 hours, right? I can clearly sense that there is a lot of breath in a very remote location over there. Now is not the time to sigh. Since I came to Namek, I will try to find Dragon Ball. Clint muttered to himself, and then hovered over a large lake. There are many powerful ones over there. Breath, it feels similar to my strength. Maybe it is a Namek person. I'd better go over and take a look. Maybe they know Dragon Ball's strength. Fall. Clint decided to go and take a look. It's not my style to stay here and do nothing. However, just when Clint was about to leave, a big fish from Getty sprinted out of the lake below and swallowed Clint into his mouth in one bite. The big fish fell into the water and disappeared. 1 minute later, Clint pierced the big fish's mouth and sprang out. Good risk. Why are the fish on this planet so big? Clint wiped his sweat. Call out. Clint accelerated the speed of his flight and flew quickly toward the direction where he sensed the breath. About 2 or 3 hours later, a village appeared right in front of Clint. Is this the Namek village? Clint said to himself in surprise. Clint didn't dare to act rashly, and quietly approached the village and looked over there. Soon, Clint found several Namek people. Sure enough, it's from Namek. They look like Piccolo. Clint was surprised and delighted. How should I go to say hello to them? Can I show up directly? Without the Dragon Ball radar, you don't even know where the Dragon Ball is. In case they are as bad as the previous Piccolo Daimao, then I will be a tragedy. I don't want to die yet. I don't have a girlfriend yet. Clint was big for a while. After hesitating again and again, Clint decided to try his luck. Clint gritted his teeth, walked out of the hidden corner, and appeared in the village. The people in the village immediately became vigilant. Do you have anything to do? Alien, an older elder in the village stepped forward and looked at Clint and asked. The other young villagers were also guarded by the elders. Hello everyone, I am from the Earth, my name is Clint. Hello, I have no ill will. Clint waved to the Namek people present, and declared himself home. Earth, the elder was taken aback for a moment, and asked calmly, do you have anything wrong? The situation is like this. Our planet has been attacked by bad guys and many of our companions have died. Clint explained, even the gods and Piccolo who made Dragon Ball have died, so we want to pass Namek. The Dragon Ball brings them back to life. What? Dragon Ball? There are also Dragon Balls on Earth. Many Namek people were also taken aback. I remember, that person should be Kadaza's child. The elder thought for a while, and explained to the villagers, I didn't expect his child to actually go to the Earth. Excuse me, do you have a Dragon Ball here? Clint scratched his head and asked. Can you tell us who invaded your planet? The elder asked. It was Saiyan, but we finally beat Saiyan away. Clint explained, but in this battle, some of our companions died. We want to resurrect the dead companions through Shenron. Well, you are very honest, you are not malicious. The elder nodded slightly, I can promise to give you the Dragon Ball. Really, Clint didn't expect things to go so smoothly. Dend, take my Dragon Ball here. The elder ordered to a child beside him. Yes, elder. Dend responded readily, and quickly ran out of the room holding a Dragon Ball the size of a basketball. Dend handed the Dragon Ball to Elder Mully. Mully handed the Dragon Ball to Clint's side. Is this the Dragon Ball? Namek's Dragon Ball is so big. Clint looked at the Dragon Ball in surprise. How many Dragon Balls are there on Earth? Elder Mully asked. How many are there in total? 7. Why do you ask? Clint scratched his head. It's nothing, because the number of Dragon Balls made by each Namek person is different, of course, most of them are 7. Mully replied, so you don't need to care about these details. Is there such a thing? Clint understood. People on Earth, this Dragon Ball can be given to you, but whether you can realize your wish depends on your chance. Mully continued. Chance? Clint wiped his sweat and asked, what chance? You should also be very clear. There are 7 Dragon Balls in total. If you don't get 7 Dragon Balls, you won't be able to realize your wish. Mully replied, what you have now is only one of the Dragon Balls, and there are 6 more. The Dragon Balls are distributed in other villages. Namek is very large, and the villages are extremely far apart. Okay, I understand, I will work hard to find the other 6 Dragon Balls. Clint nodded. After Clint finished speaking, he picked up the Dragon Ball. But Clint thought about it carefully, the Dragon Ball here is really too big. I can't hold this Dragon Ball to find another Dragon Ball. In case I encounter a bad guy like Piccolo again, I can't beat him again, maybe I will be killed by him. If it doesn't work, this Dragon Ball will stay here for now. This elder seems to be quite talkative. Thinking of this, Clint temporarily changed his mind. Hello elder, can I use your place as a transit point? I want to find other Dragon Balls first, and can I put the Dragon Balls I found in your place? Clint suggested. Of course, no problem, good luck to the Earthlings. Mully smiled kindly. That's right, do you have a phone number here? I want to call my companions to contact them. Clint asked again before leaving. No, we can't get in touch with the Earth here. Mully shook his head. Well, I can't worry about that much, I'll go to Dragon Ball. Clint gritted his teeth, waved goodbye to Elder Mully and others, and embarked on the journey of searching for Dragon Ball. Clint flew away soon. Elder, do we really want to give him the Dragon Ball to realize his wish? A villager asked. If he can really get together 7 Dragon Balls, it is that he has a relationship with the Dragon Balls on our planet, and it would be okay for him to realize his wishes. Mully smiled. But, does the Grand Elder Council agree? Another villager asked. Yes, the Grand Presbyterian will agree. Mully nodded. Earth. After Bulma got home, he immediately called Guixiangwu and talked about the situation here. That's it, now we have a universe spacecraft. Take this universe spacecraft and you will be able to reach Namek in 1 month. Bulma said, I will remodel the inside and you will be able to set off in 5 days. Really? Great. Son Goku responded quickly. Goku, are you going to Namek yourself? Bulma asked. Well, I'm going. Son Goku nodded, I want to see what Shenron from Namek looks like. Bulma, Dad, I want to go too. Son Gohan thought for a while and said to his father. Gohan wants to go too. Okay, no problem. Son Goku agreed, and then scratched his head. But sailing in the universe for a month is indeed long enough. This is currently our fastest universe spacecraft. Bulma smiled. In that case, can you help me transform the universe spaceship? Son Goku thought for a while and asked. Transformation, what do you want to transform into? Bulma asked. I'll go and find you for this. It's not very convenient to talk about on the phone. Son Goku scratched his head. Wait a minute, I will let Chi Tien send me over. Bulma said, turned to look at Chi Tien, and asked, can you take me to the Guixian house? Yes, Chi Tien did not object. What? Chi Tien took Bulma and appeared in the Guixian house in a flash through instant transmission. It's really amazing, this speed is no one. Master Roshi was amazed. Quite fast Chi Tien, can you go anywhere? Son Goku asked. As long as you can see it, you can reach it in an instant. Chi Tien nodded, this is called instant transmission. Can you see? How far can you see? Bulma asked. In a room about 8,000 kilometers away from here, there is a beautiful woman who is taking a bath. Chi Tien said with a smile. Really, really, Master Roshi's eyes straightened. Bulma wiped his sweat. Chi Tien, you are too much. Ask how far you look, but you go to see the beautiful women take a bath. Can you move to Namek, so can you see Namek as far away? Bulma suddenly realized something and asked in surprise. Yes, Chi Tien nodded. Chi Tien, can you teach me instant transmission? Master Roshi scratched his head, pulling Chi Tien asked. I also want to learn instant transmission. I moved directly to the women's bathroom, isn't it fragrant? This is much more convenient. I won't teach anyone with an impure heart. Chi Tien smiled. My heart is pure, I just want to master one more skill. Master Roshi quickly explained. My instant transmission, ordinary people can't learn it, unless you become a god. Chi Tien replied. I am a fairy now, am I not a god? Master Roshi smirked. There's no end. Why don't you go to Namek? Bulma pinched Xiaoman's waist and said angrily. Master Roshi, shut up quickly. Very scary. In a sense, this Bulma is even more terrifying than Chi Tien. Goku, tell me, how do I need to modify the universe spaceship? Bulma asked. I want to add a gravity system to the universe spacecraft, so that the weight of the spacecraft can go from 10 times that of the Earth to 100 times that of the Earth, can it? Son Goku asked. After all, we have to travel in space for so long. It's best to spend this time cultivating. This shouldn't be a big problem. I'll go back to discuss with my dad. Bulma nodded and had no objection. But if you really want to add this gravity system, I'm afraid the departure time will be delayed. Okay, it's okay. Son Goku nodded. Does Gohan really want to go too? Bulma asked again. Yes, I want to go. I want to personally resurrect Uncle Piccolo. Son Gohan nodded solemnly. Gohan, that's great. Son Goku touched his son's head. Gohan, great, you are much stronger than before. Then, if you want to go to Namek, you have to learn a few words of Great American Knife, at least you can control the universe spacecraft on the road. Bulma suggested, Goku, if you are fine during this time, you will learn the Namek language from Mr. Popo. Bar. Let me learn a foreign language. It's really nerve-wracking. Son Goku scratched his head and turned to look at Son Gohan. Dad, I can't learn Namek. Son Gohan knew what his father meant. Really? Great, then go, Gohan. Son Goku said happily, do you know how the temple goes? It's right above the Galen Tower. I know, Dad. Son Gohan nodded. 18 days later. The universe spacecraft has been transformed. The day of departure is also here. There is no response from our side for so long, which means that Clint has not collected the Dragon Ball. Bulma groaned. It's really hard for Clint. There is no Dragon Ball radar. Looking around for Dragon Ball on Namek, I'm afraid it's really not easy to find. Son Goku nodded. Yeah, I don't know if he is still alive. Bulma sighed. It will live, Clint will be fine. Son Goku looked up at the universe spaceship in front of him. This is the universe spaceship, can this thing really reach Namek? Goku, pay attention to safety. Master Roshi persuaded. By the way, did you tell Chi-Chi about going to Namek? This is not yet. Son Goku scratching his head. I was worried that she was angry, so I didn't say. Master Roshi, Mom will understand. Son Gohan said aside. Gohan, the two of us are going to leave. Son Goku greeted his son. Yes. Son Gohan nodded vigorously. Uncle Piccolo, I must revive you this time. Goku, come on, this time in Namek tour, you will meet the Universe Emperor Frieza. Chi Tien said to Son Goku. As soon as this remark came out, Bulma and others were stunned. Universe Emperor, Frieza, I heard you say last time that he destroyed your planet, right? Bulma asked in surprise. Yes. Chi Tien nodded. You mean, Frieza will also appear in Namek? Bulma asked. There is a great chance that it will appear. Chi Tien smiled slightly. Why didn't you say it earlier? No matter how strong Goku is, it won't be Frieza's opponent. Bulma asked. Bulma, I haven't gone here yet. Don't scare people, okay? Son Goku scratched his head. Actually, I thought about it a long time ago. I also look forward to fighting Frieza. He is the strongest person in this universe, right? You fighting freak. Bulma doesn't know how to say Son Goku is all right. Hee. Son Goku scratched his head. That Frieza is not easy to provoke. Goku, please pay attention to safety. Master Roshi said solemnly. I know that if the situation is not good, I will come back immediately. Son Goku smiled slightly. Okay, let's go. The next moment, Son Goku and Son Gohan set foot on the universe spaceship. Go. Destination Namek. Son Gohan said loudly to the central control system. Call out. The universe spacecraft soared into the sky, but it penetrated the atmosphere in an instant and appeared above the starry sky. Is this leaving the Earth? It's really fast. Son Goku couldn't help sighing as he looked far away from the Earth. Ms. Bulma has changed the central control system to our language. I learned the Namek language. Son Gohan scratched his head. Gohan, learning one more language is good for you. Son Goku smiled. Yeah, Son Gohan nodded. Carrot, okay Gohan, now is not the time to sigh. Dad is about to start cultivating. Do you practice together with Dad? Son Goku said to his son Gohan, How about we start with 10 times the gravity of the Earth? Dad, is the World King's planet 10 times the gravity of the Earth? Son Gohan asked. Yes, it took a long time for my father to adapt to the World King's planet. Son Goku smiled. But then I will delay my father's practice. Son Gohan scratched his head. In the beginning it would really delay Dad's cultivation, but once Gohan has adapted to 10 times the Earth's gravity, the two of us can refuel together, which will improve our two strengths at the same time. Son Goku smiled. Dad also hopes Gohan can become stronger. Yes, Dad. Son Gohan nodded vigorously. Okay, let's start with 10 times gravity. Son Goku said, stepping forward and pressing the gravity control button. Papa. Gohan was lying on the ground at the time, feeling that the whole person was not good. Gohan, come on. Dad knows you can do it. Son Goku said quickly. Namek. After 18 days of collecting, Clint finally succeeded in finding the Dragon Ball in the other two villages. Keelan put the 2 Dragon Balls in the village of Elder Mully and flew quickly in the direction of the 4th Dragon Ball. Namek is too big, Clint complained repeatedly. Fortunately, although it has been a little harder, Wong Li is good, there are still gains in the end. There are the last 4 Dragon Balls left. When I have the Dragon Ball, I can revive my friends. Earth, Chi Tien, I always have a question, where can the escaped Vegeta go? Bulma asked, isn't your Saiyan planet already destroyed? Frieza has built a lot of bases in the universe, Vegeta can just find a planet. Chi Tien said with a smile. He seems to be injured, maybe he died halfway. Bulma sighed. Perhaps. Chi Tien nodded. What if he healed the injury and came to the Earth to make trouble? Goku just wasn't there anymore. Bulma asked. Don't worry, he dare not come to the Earth. Chi Tien smiled slightly and rubbed Bulma's face. You have said so much, you just want me to save the Earth, right? Hee, you can see it. Bulma grinned. If he really dares to come to the Earth, I will definitely hit him out of shit. Chi Tien said with a smile. Bulma. Brave. Bulma wiped his sweat. Can you speak more civilly? They are girls. Frieza planet number 79. The 18th day that Vegeta left the Earth. On the planet, 2 aliens are playing chess. Beep. At this moment, the instrument sent a signal, which indicated that someone had returned to the planet. Somebody is coming. Who? Lord Frieza. No, didn't Lord Frieza just leave? It's a circular universe spacecraft, and this signal belongs to Vegeta. Strange, I haven't heard from him. Something must have happened, let's go to meet him first. After the two agreed, they immediately went outside to greet them. Call out. Before long, a spherical universe spacecraft descended from the sky and landed in the base of the spacecraft. The younger brothers stood still and respectfully welcomed Vegeta's return. The spacecraft did not respond. What's the matter? Why don't you come out? The little brother was stunned. The life reaction is very weak. Another little brother said. The younger brothers hurried forward and found that Vegeta was using an emergency treatment device to heal himself. No, send him to the treatment room quickly. The boys immediately took Vegeta and put him in the treatment room for treatment. Vegeta's injuries were quickly healed. Vegeta opened his eyes slowly. Mr. Vegeta seems to have suffered a lot, right? Even the battle uniform is broken like this. The little brother sighed. Where is Frieza? Vegeta put on a new battle uniform and asked casually. Lord Frieza is out, the younger brother replied. Do you know where he went? Vegeta asked. I seem to have heard that Lord Frieza is going to realize a meaningful wish and then left the planet. The younger brother scratched his head. What are you talking about? Vegeta's face changed color. Although I don't understand what Lord Frieza means by this. The little brother said. Is Frieza going to Earth? Or is he going to Namek? Vegeta asked. Yes, it's to Namek, huh? Vegeta, do you know this planet? The younger brother looked at Vegeta. Vegeta's face changed again and again. It's really bad. He must have heard our conversation through the detector. What a negligence. If he is allowed to fulfill his wish, I will never be able to surpass him. This fool. I definitely want to realize my wish of immortality through Dragon Ball. Call out. Vegeta no longer had the slightest hesitation, and immediately took the universe spacecraft to leave Frieza planet number 79, and proceeded fast in the direction of Namek. Frieza, you beast, I can never let you succeed. Dragon Ball is mine. When my wish comes true, I will rule this universe. Wait a minute, let me stroke it. Vegeta suddenly thought of something. Why is Chi Tien so generous to give me the Dragon Ball? Could it be said that Chi Tien has realized his wish? Yes, it must be. Otherwise, how could he appear in the universe? Perhaps, Chi Tien is so powerful, it must be the reason that the wish was realized through Dragon Ball. What is Chi Tien's wish? Is it also immortal? Probably. Through our Saiyan's unique physique, we make the wish of an immortal body, so that we can continuously rebirth from death, and achieve the effect of infinitely doubling the combat power. It must be so, otherwise he could not be so strong. I finally know the reason why Chi Tien is so powerful. What a mistake. You should not attack Chi Tien when you were on the earth before. AHFD. I just beat that Kakarot directly. In that case, there may be a certain chance of fulfilling the wish. Forget it, it's all over. Namek's Dragon Ball must be my Vegeta's. The 6th universe, the planet of Champa. Master Champa, let's learn from each other. Chi Tien greeted Champa. I suddenly remembered that I had another very important thing that I had forgotten to do, and I had lost company. Champa's face changed again and again. After saying this, it turned into a bright flame and disappeared quickly. Vados clutched his forehead, speechless for a moment. There was a short silence. Chi Tien, it is not easy for Master Champa to come back. Before I settled down, I was scared away by you again. Vados sighed slightly. I just want to simply seek him for friendship and discussion, who knows that he is so counseled. Chi Tien sighed. You are too strong, Vados said. Am I still strong? My combat power is only the 22nd power of 100. Chi Tien sighed. Vados, 100 to the 22nd power. That's it. That's 44 zeros behind 100. What a huge number this is. My goal is 100 to the 100th power, and I don't know when I can practice it, Chi Tien sighed. Vados was speechless. Can't chat anymore. The problem is that you have compressed your combat power into this way, and your body is still okay. Vados, I think I should challenge other gods of destruction. It's not a problem to always scare Champa. Chi Tien meditated. Are you now admitting that you were frightening Master Champa? Vados rolled his eyes. Chi Tien nodded without denying. Which universe do you think I should go to? Among many gods of destruction, Lord Beerus and Lord Quitella of the 4th universe are relatively stronger. Vados said. So, what do you mean by asking me to find gods of destruction Quitella in the 4th universe? Chi Tien looked at Vados and asked. Well, his strength is not much different from Master Beerus. Vados nodded, but there is no big problem with your current strength against him. It is already very good that he can stick to 3 or 5 moves. Okay, I understand, then I will go to the 11th character universe. Chi Tien responded. Vados, didn't you say you were going to the 4th universe? How did you change to the 11th universe? As far as my current strength, all the gods of destruction combined are not enough for me to fight. Chi Tien sighed, so no matter which universe I go to, the truth is the same. Vados clutched his forehead, not wanting to speak. What do you mean? Do you want to challenge 12 gods of destruction alone? Forget it, it's up to you. It's time for me to travel around. If I have a lot of knowledge, I can step into the door of Angel. Chi Tien held his chin in contemplation, and then silently looked at Vados. Why look at me like that? Vados was stunned and asked. You said, if the two of us have a deeper level of physical contact, will they let me open the door of Angel? Chi Tien thoughtfully. Vados, what is your logic? It should be, try Vados. Chi Tien proposed. Vados was silent. Well, I still don't force you, I'll look for other universes to see if there is a more beautiful angel. Chi Tien muttered. Vados, go to the 11th universe first and try your luck. Chi Tien said, don't ventilate with Angel of the 11th universe in advance. Don't worry, Vados sighed, I'm not so bored. Then, go. Chi Tien pointed at the direction of the 11th universe. Then, Chi Tien stayed in place motionless. Vados was taken aback for a moment. Why aren't you leaving? Vados asked. It has been teleported, Chi Tien said. Are you going to let your Supreme Kai clone go? Vados understood. Let the clone explore the path first. Chi Tien smiled slightly. Earth, it's been nearly a month. Chi Tien, Goku, should they be arriving at Namek? Bulma said to Chi Tien behind him while doing research. However, after Bulma finished talking about this product, he found that Chi Tien did not respond. Bulma turned her head and glanced at Chi Tien. What about people? Bulma was speechless. 11th Universe. Pride the planet. This is the planet where the Proud Team is located. The entire planet is proud of the Proud Team. Team Pride has also made a name for itself in the entire universe. This is a team whose purpose is to maintain justice. At this time, a giant appeared in a no-man's land on Pride Planet. The members of the Pride Team launched a fierce attack on this behemoth. The behemoth looks like a robot, a large robot with great strength. It can be said that if this robot is placed in the 7th universe, it can easily kill Frieza in seconds. Come on, everyone. Casalal continues to pull hatred. Healing is ready at any time. Deputy Captain Dispo greeted the 4 teammates present. Boom boom. Suddenly, Dispo and his 4 teammates launched a fierce attack on the robot. Chi Tien just teleported to the scene. After seeing this scene in front of me, I almost laughed. Are you playing games? Also pull hatred. Is that guy named Cassler a tank in the team? What? Inside the team, a beautiful girl's magical flames bloomed, covering Cassalal's body. Suddenly, Casella's injured body immediately returned to normal. Chi Tien knew this beautiful girl. This beautiful girl is also a member of the Pride Team, her name is Keket. Very good, that's it. Dispo increased his speed to the extreme and launched a fierce attack on the robot. Boom. The robot seemed to have been beaten by the grass chicken, and a powerful flame burst out of its body, and with a heavy punch, it directly hit Cocote's chest. Cocote was caught off guard and flew out at the time. Boom. Cocotte fell to the ground and blood spurted wildly. Not good. The treatment is down. Everyone hurry up. Dispo was shocked and greeted the teammates present. Boom boom. Several people present again launched a fierce attack on the robot. White flames burst out from the robot's body. Looking at Cassler again, it is obvious that he can no longer support the attack of the robot. What? Chi Tien descended from the sky, and hit Cassadel's body with a healing light. Suddenly, Cassler's injured body immediately recovered. Ah! Chi Tien's hands continued to release the healing light, quickly covering the other 4 people present. In the blink of an eye, the injuries of Dispo and others have completely recovered. Not only that, the energy of Dispo and others has also returned to its peak state. The robot was furious and rushed towards Chi Tien's direction. Chi Tien didn't resist him, his figure disappeared quickly and disappeared. Boom. Dispo and others intensified the attack. Wow. At the next moment, the robot was finally unable to withstand the constant blows, and its body became several pieces scattered all over the floor. Hoo. Dispo and others were very tired, sitting on the ground and panting. Hey, Cassler, who was that person just now? Cocote asked. I don't know, if it weren't for him, I'm afraid our entire army would be wiped out this time. Cassler sighed. Don't you know him? He is treating you. I thought it was your friend. Cocotte was stunned, and then asked Dispo, Vice Team, do you know? I've never seen him either. Dispo shook his head. He's so handsome. Cocotte's face flushed slightly. Dispo and others were speechless for a while. I can't control that much, so hurry up and find him. Although the robot just now is just a training for us, that person is definitely a good healer. If he can be pulled into the Pride Team, the strength of our Pride Team is also it will be greatly improved. Dispo smiled slightly. But first, let's see how his character is. Cassler suggested. So handsome, there will never be a problem with character. Cocote said. Cocotte, don't be fooled by your appearance. Dispo sighed. Some people are handsome and go around hooking up with girls. You haven't seen this kind of people. Quote. I think people are very accurate. Cocote chuckled. That person won't be a problem. Let's find him before talking. Dispo said. 7th Universe. Namek. Clint has now come to a new village. Hello everyone, I am Clint from the Earth. In order to resurrect the companion who was killed by Saiyan, I want to borrow your Dragon Ball. Clint appeared directly and said truthfully to the elders in the village, before this, I have found the other 3 Dragon Balls and put the Dragon Balls in Elder Mully's village. Moreover, Elder Mully also promised me to achieve desire. Also, there are Namek people on our planet. Clint is already familiar with the road. At the same time, Clint also discovered that Namek people are basically good people, and they don't have any bad thoughts. This made Clint's hanging heart relax. Fortunately, there are no bad guys like Piccolo. Otherwise, it would not be so convenient to find Dragon Ball. Immediately, Clint told the elders of the village about everything he had to say. The elders in the village nodded lightly, without objection, and asked the villagers to take out the Dragon Ball and hand it to Clint. Thank you so much. Clint quickly thanked him after he won the Dragon Ball. This is the 4th Dragon Ball. With 3 Dragon Balls left, I will realize my wish. Wakaka. It really made me look forward to it. When Clint just got the Dragon Ball, he suddenly turned his head and looked obliquely behind. Huh, what is that? Clint was stunned and couldn't help asking. How did I suddenly sense that several powerful evil auras appeared? What's wrong? The elder asked. Clint scratched his head. Could it be that I felt wrong? It shouldn't be. The elder has something I don't know if it's appropriate to ask, Clint said. Just say hello. The elder smiled. Are there any bad guys in Namek? Clint asked. Bad guy? What do you mean by bad guy? The elder was stunned. It's evil people. For example, they want to rule this planet. Clint replied. I can tell you clearly, absolutely not. The elder said with a serious expression, we Namek people have always been peace-loving. There will be no people who want to rule this planet. But why do I sense that there are several powerful evil auras over there? Clint scratched his head, a little puzzled. Evil breath. The elder was also slightly taken aback. The other villagers immediately looked in the direction Clint pointed out. It's just that most people at Namek still don't sense the breath, so they don't know the situation there. No, there are 3 extremely powerful evil auras, which are coming quickly toward this side. Clint's face changed color. Everyone is ready to fight. The elder frowned, suddenly having a bad feeling, and quickly ordered the villagers. The villagers were immediately ready to fight. Their aura is too strong. I'm afraid you are not their opponents at all. Clint said solemnly. Earth people, are they here to arrest you? The elder asked. No, I am not familiar with their breath. Clint shook his head. That might be for the Dragon Ball. The elder said in a low voice. Dragon Ball. Clint glanced at the Dragon Ball in his hand. Earthman, now you immediately leave here with the Dragon Ball. The elder instructed Clint. How can this work? I took the Dragon Ball, and they will definitely embarrass you. Clint gritted his teeth. I want to run too. But it would be a bit unkind to do that. I'd better stay and fight. Clint gritted his teeth and was ready to fight. If you don't leave, then hide first. The elder suggested, if they are really here for the Dragon Ball, I hope you will be able to act according to the situation with the Dragon Ball. Is this bad? Clint scratched his head. There is no time, they are coming soon. The elder shouted. Okay. Clint nodded, no longer had the slightest hesitation, and immediately hid on a mountain in the distance. Clint put the Dragon Ball on the ground and stared at the village closely. They are here. Clint looked up at the sky. When Clint saw Frieza and others appearing in the sky, his face changed again and again. It's Saiyan, Clint said solemnly. Isn't it said that Saiyan is only left with a few people including Chi-Tien? Why do so many Saiyans suddenly appear? Wrong, they are not Saiyan. But I am sure that they and Vegeta should be in the same group. Their costumes are all the same style. Also, the one on their eyes must be a detector. That thing can detect our combat power value and position. Not good. I have to hide my breath quickly. Clint hurriedly hid his breath. Slap, slap, slap. Not long after Clint had just hid, Frieza took the little brothers down from the sky and landed in this village. Who are you? What are you doing at Namek? The elder asked with a cold face. Ah, I am Frieza, the Emperor of the Universe. I am here to find the Dragon Ball. Frieza smiled and looked at the elder. What, is he Frieza? Clint widened his eyes and quietly looked at Frieza, who was sitting on the aircraft. I heard Chi-Tien said about him. It was this guy named Frieza who destroyed Saiyan's planet. He also came to look for Dragon Ball. What a hell. How unlucky I am. I finally found 4 Dragon Balls. Are you going to be served by this guy Frieza? Universe King Frieza. The elder's expression changed again and again. Listening to this name, this product is not a good thing. Moreover, the breath on his body is too evil. No wonder the Earthling said just now that he sensed a powerful evil aura. You are looking for Dragon Ball, what kind of wish do you intend to achieve? The elder asked. It's nothing, just want me to have an immortal body. Frieza smiled slightly. You go back, your wish will not come true. The elder replied directly. Oh, really? Frieza narrowed his triangular eyes, a murderous expression in his eyes. Yes, this kind of wish for immortality is very difficult to realize, because there is simply no existence of immortality. The elder explained. Oh, do you think I would believe it? Frieza snorted. Do you believe it or not? The elder replied, I can only tell you that this wish cannot be realized at all. You still don't want to do useless work. This is your best choice. What? Just after the elder said this, Dodoria shook his body and suddenly appeared behind the elder. Puff! Dodoria's claws penetrated directly through the elder's back and came out of his chest. Clint's eyes widened, and his pupils were bloodshot. Elder! Clint really wanted to shout. This group of guys started too hard. Elder! You! Elder! Elder! The few young Namek people present were all angry. Snapped! Dodoria's claws were pulled out of the elder's body, bringing out blue blood stains. Dodoria licked the blood on her hand with his tongue, with a slight smile on her face. Revenge the elders. Several young Big America nemesis surrounded the past menacingly in Dodoria's direction. Boom boom. Dodoria almost punched and kicked, killing the 4 young Namek people at the scene. The rest of Namek were dumbfounded. This guy is too strong, right? Clint was even more startled, frightened and angry. This guy is probably stronger than Vegeta. This is really troublesome. Dodoria, be merciful, Frieza said. Dodoria immediately stopped attacking and bowed to Frieza in a salute. Immediately afterwards, Dodoria stepped forward and grabbed the elder's collar and lifted it up. Say, where is Dragon Ball? Dodoria shouted. Even if I die, I will never tell you. The elder shouted feebly. Ha, something that doesn't live or die. Dodoria snorted coldly. This elder, if you don't say anything, the remaining 8 people in your village will probably be in danger. Frieza smiled. What did you say? The elder's face changed color. You said, they may still have a certain chance of survival. Frieza smiled. HMPH, you didn't mean to let us go. The elder calmed down at this time and said coldly. It seems that you are a smart person, I like to deal with smart people. Frieza rubbed his nose, how about this? You tell the whereabouts of the Dragon Ball, I promise not to kill them. And our equipment is very advanced, but also can save you. The elder sneered, but he didn't tell the whereabouts of Dragon Ball. Aren't you going to say it? Frieza was a little impatient. The elder didn't speak anymore, he couldn't help pumping, his life was almost reaching its limit. 5, 6, 7, Clint's body trembled violently. Am I just watching this elder die like this? No. For me, the elder would rather die than tell the whereabouts of Dragon Ball. Although I know they will die even if I say it. But I still can't bear to watch it. Clint gritted his teeth, not knowing where the courage came from, suddenly appeared. Hey, Dragon Ball is here. Clint shouted. Clinton appeared suddenly, and Frieza and others were taken aback. Clint raised the Dragon Ball in his hands high. I'll leave the Dragon Ball to you, can you let them go? Clint asked. Oh, who are you? Frieza was stunned, looked at Clint in the distance and asked, you are not from Namek, but you look like a bald tribe on the planet Shigalang. Clint, you are the one on the planet Shitkalang. Lao Su is an earthling. Is that the Dragon Ball? Frieza took another look at the Dragon Ball held in Clint's hand. Your Excellency Frieza, that ball is called Dragon Ball seems to have a little meaning. Sabo replied. Little bald head, hand over the Dragon Ball, I can spare them not to die. Frieza smiled lightly. You have to talk, otherwise I curse you for having a baby without an asshole. Clint said. Frieza, little bald head, you wait for me. You dare to curse me. I will kill you sooner or later. I want you to die without a burial place. Hear you. Clint slammed the Dragon Ball in his hand in Dodoria's direction. At the same time, Clint quickly drove off the moment he threw the Dragon Ball. I can't beat you guys, so I'll run quickly. I'll be dead if I don't run. The pinnacle of my life. I scolded the Emperor Universe for giving birth to a child without an asshole. Wow, I am so great, snapped. Dodoria took the Dragon Ball easily. That guy's combat power is only 300. You two will get him back to me in the past. Frieza told the two younger brothers. Yes, the two younger brothers responded quickly, chasing them in the direction of Clint. After Clint sensed the breath of Frieza's two younger brothers, he was very happy at the time. Fortunately, they came to follow me. The two of them are nothing great. I hid my breath, and I will find a place where no one is there, and just kill them both. It's just a pity that I got the Dragon Ball. This is how to do. Universe Emperor Frieza also came to collect Dragon Ball. I'm under a lot of pressure, okay. And it's not just Frieza alone. The two people around Frieza are far from their opponents. If you lose that Dragon Ball, just lose it. I hope that the people in that village will be fine. Is this the Dragon Ball? It looks very unique. Frieza looked at the Dragon Ball carefully, and then threw the Dragon Ball to Sabo next to him. Lord Frieza, what do they do? Dodoria asked. They are useless anymore. Frieza smiled softly. Yes, understand. Dodoria nodded. The elder sighed. Emperor Universe, one day you will get retribution. The elder said coldly. I have heard a lot of similar things, but it's a pity that I'm still alive. Frieza rubbed his nose. I curse you for having a baby without an asshole. The elder cursed. Frieza. Boom. Frieza pointed her finger at the elder to the void. With a bang, the elders turned into a cloud of blood. Frieza's nose crooked with anger. Wait for me with that little bald head. If it weren't for you, why would this Namek person scold such bad words? Kill them for me, Frieza said with a black face. Dodoria went on a slaughter. Soon, all the Namek people in this village were killed one by Dodoria. Several years later, when Frieza's son Azer became sensible, he looked at his father Frieza a little strangely. My father, I don't know how to pull, Azer said. Frieza, of course these are all things to do. Your Excellency Frieza, I didn't expect a Dragon Ball to exist. Sabo said. HMPH, I finally know why that guy is so powerful. Frieza narrowed his eyes and said coldly. Who? Lord Frieza. Sabo was stunned. Nothing, you don't need to care about this. Frieza didn't tell Sabo about Chi Tien. It's so shameful that I'm so shameless to talk about it. Continue to look for the next Dragon Ball. Frieza instructed many younger brothers. In addition, a group of 2 people, patrol the villages on Namek, don't attack them when you find them, and get in touch with Sabo or Dodoria immediately. Yes, many younger brothers scattered and marched around. The 2 Frieza brothers who followed Clint had a playful look on their faces. The bald head of the planet Shitkalang, you can't run away. Clint headed down and rushed. You are the planet Shigalong. Your whole family is. It's so hateful. I will find a place where no one is there, and I will surely kill the 2 of you. Call out. Clint speeded up slightly. The 2 Frieza brothers are also in hot pursuit. After Clint sensed that he was far away from Frieza and others, he slowly slowed down the speed of the flight. Clint hovered in the air, silently waiting for the 2 Frieza brothers to catch up. The 2 Frieza brothers quickly caught up. Why don't you run away? Are you out of strength? Shitkalang has a bald head. Hehehehe, you have to figure it out. No matter where you go, you can't get away. The 2 Frieza brothers looked at Clint with interest. You two seem to be nothing great. Clint sneered, and the energy in his body burst out suddenly. Boom. Clint swiftly rushed forward and punched one of the younger brothers with blood spurting out of his mouth. The next moment, the light in Clint's hand flickered, directly piercing the heart of the other little brother. 2 Frieza brothers died on the spot. Wonderful and wonderful, Clint grinned. But then, Clint was silent. The Namek people in that village died terribly. All right, as long as I think of a way to resurrect Piccolo, after the Earth's Dragon Ball is resurrected, I can resurrect these Namek people. Now the most troublesome for me, the Universe Emperor came to look for Dragon Ball. This is really troublesome. Far away, the death of the 2 younger brothers Frieza also immediately attracted Dodoria's attention. What? Frieza glanced at Dodoria. Your Excellency Frieza, the 2 men who were sent out to hunt down the dung shellers were killed. Dodoria replied. Oh, Frieza was a little surprised. The bald head of the planet Shitkarang seemed to hide the fighting power, and his fighting power suddenly increased to about 1,000, Dodoria muttered. Leave him alone. Frieza rubbed his nose. It's just that, why did the people from planet Shigai come here to look for Dragon Ball? Sabo asked. Next time you meet him and kill him, it's nothing great. Frieza didn't have much interest in the little fly of Clint. Anyway, I just slapped him to death. Clint silently sensed the breath of Frieza and others. At this time, Clint suddenly saw an arc across the horizon. Huh, it's the universe spaceship. Isn't this Vegeta's universe spaceship? Clint's face changed color. Has that guy Vegeta come to Namek too? Clint thought about it carefully. The guy Frieza was able to come in, and Vegeta came too. It didn't seem to be surprising. But it's worse this time. Chi Tien, you are so pitted. You left me here alone. I can't fight them at all. Clint quickly hid his breath. Vegeta was so badly injured that he was not dead yet. Is it Vegeta? It feels like his breath is very similar to Vegeta. This is really troublesome. How to do? Just when Clint was at a loss, he suddenly sensed that Frieza seemed to be heading towards the village where Elder Mully was. Clint was confused at the time. Ruined. The Dragon Ball that I worked so hard to collect. Was it just taken away by Frieza? Clint wanted to cry without tears. That was. Clint looked up at the sky. I suddenly felt a strong breath, approaching Namek. This breath feels so kind. Is it Goku? Is Goku coming? One person, two people. In addition to Goku, there seems to be a strong breath. Yes, it must be Gohan. It's Goku and Gohan who came to Namek. Clint was so excited that he hurried away towards the distance. On the universe spacecraft. Dad, is that Namek? Son Gohan pointed to the huge green planet that appeared in front of him and said to his father. This planet is so beautiful, it should be Namek. Son Goku nodded. The spaceship will land soon. Son Gohan said, Dad, let's fasten the seat belts. The impact should be great when landing. Good. Son Goku nodded. Find suitable terrain and start landing. Son Gohan said to the central control system. Snapped. The central control system says it understands. The next moment, the universe spacecraft passed through the atmosphere and successfully landed on the land of Namek. We're here, Dad. Son Gohan said excitedly. Great. Son Goku nodded, took out the Dragon Ball radar, and took a closer look. Well, there really is a Dragon Ball reaction. Really, Dad. Son Gohan also had anticipation on his face, so we can bring Uncle Piccolo back to life. Strange, there are currently 3 Dragon Balls already gathered together. Son Goku scratched his head. One of the Dragon Balls is also fast converging in the direction of the 3 Dragon Balls. Is it Keelan? Uncle Clint should have done it. Son Gohan replied. Gohan, let's go down first. Son Goku said. Yes. Son Gohan nodded. The father and son got off the universe spacecraft. Just when the two of them arrived on the land, sensed a breath that was coming here quickly. Someone is coming, Son Goku said. It seems to be Uncle Clint's breath. Son Gohan said quickly. Yes. Son Goku felt relieved slightly. Great, Clint is still alive. Clint flew over quickly and landed on the opposite side of Son Goku. It's Goku. It's Goku. That's great, you guys are finally here. Clint's tears fell. Clint, are you okay? Son Goku smiled. Ooh, do you know how I came here for more than a month? Clint wiped his tears. But Clint, you did a great job. Have you collected 3 Dragon Balls? Son Goku asked with a smile. Yes, I did collect the 3 Dragon Balls. Clint nodded and his expression became serious. But our situation seems not so good. The Universe Emperor Frieza appeared. Frieza, is that the guy who destroyed our planet? Son Goku understood. Sure enough. He really came. You know he is coming, Clint responded. The worst thing is that he is now flying in the direction of our 3 Dragon Balls. I believe that soon, the 3 Dragon Balls I finally collected will be enough. Will be snatched by him. Quote. That won't work, I have to stop him. Son Goku frowned. By the way, Goku, Vegeta seems to be here too. Clint said, I obviously feel his aura is stronger than before. Really? Son Goku smiled slightly. It's okay, I'm stronger than before. Goku, where did you get the universe spacecraft? Clint asked. This is the universe spaceship used by the gods when they went to the Earth. Son Goku replied, Mr. Popo provided it to us. Now that we are not talking about this, let's stop Frieza and grab the 3 Dragon Balls. Get it? But Goku, can you beat Frieza? Clint was a little disinterested in Son Goku. That's the king of universe. You don't know his strength if you don't fight this. Son Goku scratched his joints. I can't control that much, and I definitely can't let him take the Dragon Ball away. Okay, fight with them. Clint gritted his teeth. You two stay, I'll defeat Frieza. Son Goku suggested, picking up the Dragon Ball radar and looking carefully. Well, in that direction, it is true that his aura is very evil and powerful. But it may not be his opponent. Shall we stay? Clint was stunned. Dad, I want to fight with you. Son Gohan said. No, you two stay to collect other Dragon Balls. I'm going to meet Frieza alone. Son Goku suggested. Gohan, do what Goku said. Clint thought for a while, but didn't object. Okay, then I will leave the Dragon Ball radar to you. Son Goku said, and handed the Dragon Ball radar to Clint. However, just when Son Goku was about to set off, the voice of the Realm King came over suddenly. Goku, what are you doing? Jia Wang asked. King of the world, anything. Son Goku was stunned, stopped for a while, and asked. I have a few people here, I believe you will be interested. Jia Wang said with a smile. How many people are here? Who? Son Goku asked. It's all people you know. Jia Wang smiled slightly. People I know. Piccolo them. Son Goku suddenly reacted. Yes, it is them. The King of the World replied. A total of 4 people came. Really? There are Piccolo, Tien Shinhan, Leping, who else? Son Goku asked. There are dumplings. Jia Wang said with a smile. They are amazing. Son Goku smiled. I didn't expect to find your planet, the King of the World. Stupid. I am here to come by dead people. You are a special case. Realm King shouted. The World King, now I won't chat with you, I have come to Namek with Gohan. Son Goku said. You have arrived at Namek. Not bad, is everything going well? Asked the King of the World. The road went smoothly, but some bad things happened on Namek. Son Goku said in a deep voice, and briefly told the king of the fact that Frieza and Vegeta had also come to Namek. What, did you say that Frieza went to Namek too? The face of the World King changed color. Yes, Son Goku replied, because Clint came earlier, he finally collected 3 Dragon Balls, but that guy is flying towards the position of the 3 Dragon Balls, so I have to go over now. Challenge Frieza and try to snatch Dragon Ball back. What did you say? You said you want to challenge Frieza. Jia Wang said silently. Yes, Son Goku nodded. Don't be kidding. Do you know how terrible Frieza is? With your current strength, you can't beat him anyway. The Realm King shouted, hurry up and stop for me, did you hear it? I haven't set off yet, Son Goku said solemnly. If you don't have it, it's best. Now you immediately return to Earth with Gohan and Clint, don't provoke Frieza. Do you understand? The King of Realm quickly yelled. King of the World, what are you talking about? If we return to Earth now, Piccolo and the others will not be able to resurrect. Son Goku scratched his head. You never know the horror of Frieza. The Realm King shouted, don't let the 3 of you take your life in, but you won't be able to realize your wish. It's not as exaggerated as you said, I think I'm very strong now. Son Goku said solemnly. Let me tell you this. At present, no one is Frieza's opponent except Supreme Kai. Are you sure that your current strength is not much different from Supreme Kai? Asked the King of the World. That I don't know how strong Chi Tien is, but now I can show 10 times Kaio-ken. That's all, isn't Frieza's opponent yet? Son Goku asked quickly. Of course not, you are still far behind. The Realm King shouted. It really scares people, the King of the World, you don't have confidence in what I said. Son Goku didn't know what to say. Listen to me, leave Namek immediately, if you go to provoke Frieza, the entire universe will face a crisis. The Realm King shouted. Not as serious as you said. Son Goku scratched his head. Unless Lord Supreme Kai is willing to make a move, otherwise. Realm King sighed. It's really troublesome, Chi Tien said he won't make a move. Son Goku replied, moreover, I want to defeat Frieza through my own efforts. I advise you to stop thinking about it. The strength of that guy is definitely not what you can imagine. The king shouted angrily, quickly leave Namek. This is an order, have you heard it? Son Goku, I finally came to Namek, but you told me to go back. Am I here to make soy sauce? What about Dragon Ball? Son Goku asked. We can only let Frieza realize her wish first, and then you will go to Namek to find Dragon Ball after a while. The King of Realms suggested. King of the world, Frieza has slaughtered everyone in a village of Namek just now. Clint took the words, I am afraid that if Frieza is allowed to fulfill his wish, he will kill all Namek people. Realm King, little bald head, you were right. Even if you want to stay and look for the Dragon Ball, you must be outsmart, don't try hard. You know, the Realm King sighed and said helplessly to Son Goku. Outsmart, Son Goku scratched his head, I'm not good at this. Whether you are good at it or not, just remember this sentence from me. Jia Wong shouted, don't try hard. Don't try hard. Don't try hard. Say important things 3 times. Son Goku, don't you have a Dragon Ball radar? If you secretly find a Dragon Ball and hide it, Frieza shouldn't be able to find it. The Realm King suggested, of course this is just my suggestion. How to implement it, you can figure it out. But I still suggest that you return to Earth as soon as possible, and don't provoke the fellow Frieza. Son Goku was silent. First of all, I wanted Piccolo to chat with you. I'll talk about it next time. After the king said, he interrupted the call. The 3 of Son Goku, you look at me, and I look at you, they were a little speechless for a while. What to do, Goku? Clint asked. Are we going back, Dad? Son Gohan also asked. You 2 will return to Earth immediately. I will stay and find a way to collect the Dragon Ball. Son Goku thought for a while and proposed to the 2. No, I want to stay and fight with Dad. Son Gohan shook his head firmly. Gohan, obey, go back with Clint quickly. Son Goku persuaded. I won't go back, Uncle Piccolo hasn't resurrected yet. Son Gohan shook his head. Goku, do you think this is okay? Clint thought for a while, and thought, I stay with Gohan, but we don't have direct contact with them. You come to fight them when you really encounter a fight. Me and Gohan standing by, maybe we are lucky and can really get the Dragon Ball together. Son Goku was silent. Also, Goku, you might not know it, Namek's Dragon Ball is so big. Kling gestured at the size of the Namek Dragon Ball. Is Namek's Dragon Ball this big? Son Goku was taken aback. Yes, so if you want to collect 7 Dragon Balls yourself, it's still very troublesome to pick them up. Clint said, Gohan and I will definitely help if we stay. Okay, but you must promise me that you will run away as soon as you encounter danger. Son Goku exclaimed with a solemn expression. Hey, of course, I don't want to die yet, I don't have a girlfriend yet. Clint scratched his head. Ha ha ha, okay, that's it, Son Goku answered. Yeah, Son Gohan also nodded vigorously. Then Goku, what are your plans next? Clint asked, didn't the Realm King say it? Let us outsmart it. To be honest, I really don't know how to outwit. Son Goku scratched his head. I still want to fight Frieza directly. I can't fight it anymore. Clint, Uncle Clint, do you have any idea? Son Gohan asked. Clint shook his head. If I had a way, it would be great. By the way, Clint, did you say Vegeta came to Namek too? Son Goku asked suddenly. Yes, that's right, I saw his universe spacecraft just now, and it must be the breath of Vegeta, absolutely correct. Clint nodded. Kling, how about we and Vegeta joining forces? Son Goku suggested. Clint was about to cry. Goku, is this the way you came up with it? It's strange that Vegeta can join hands with you. You seem to have beaten people to tears last time. Goku, Vegeta, he and Frieza are in the same group, how could he join hands with you? Clint shook his head. That guy Frieza destroyed Saiyan's planet, Vegeta now knows the truth, will he still be in the gang? Son Goku asked rhetorically. So, why does he come to Namek? Clint asked. Vegeta comes to Namek, I think he wants to get together Dragon Ball to fulfill his wish. Son Goku smiled. In fact, our goal is the same, that is to make ourselves stronger. I think it's better to be careful, Vegeta is too cunning. Clint said. It's okay, if Vegeta is not obedient, I will beat him up again. Son Goku thought for a while, and decided to go to Vegeta, and from Vegeta, I can also learn more about Frieza. Clint, do you like Vegeta so much? However, if you say that, you can actually try it. You can't just do nothing. Goku, go find Vegeta, I'm with Gohan. Clint nodded, no objection. Be careful, Son Goku said, if you can't beat them, use solar flare and quickly escape from the scene. Quote. Goku, what you said is so right. Clint smiled. This planet has 3 suns. There is no night. You can use solar flare at any time. Really? A strange planet. Son Goku looked up at the 3 suns floating in the sky. After the 3 discussed, they split up. Clint and Son Gohan were a group, and first found a place to hide. Son Goku looked around for Vegeta's whereabouts. After Vegeta came to Namek, he easily solved the 2 Frieza brothers. Vegeta hesitated, and finally picked up one of the detectors. I thought I wouldn't need this thing, but it's still inconvenient without this thing. Vegeta said, putting the detector on his eyes. Vegeta pressed the button on the detector and secretly detected the information on Frieza's side. 11th Universe. Pride the Planet. Pride Team Palace. Vice Team, we found him, we finally found that guy. Castellar said excitedly. Where is he? Dispo asked. It's in the hotel over there, Castellar replied. Cocotte has already contacted him. Cocotte is not after him, right? Dispo wiped his sweat. It's possible that Cocotte thought he was very handsome, and felt that she was going to take the initiative to give her arms. Castellar sighed. This worthless woman. Dispo stood up and said, let's go, let's have a look, and meet this therapist. Yes, Deputy Team. Castellar nodded. The 2 quickly flew towards the hotel where Chi-Tien settled. Inside the hotel room where Chi-Tien is. Hello, I am Keket. Thank you for saving me last time. The little girl has nothing to pay for, but she can only agree with her body. Keket looked at Chi-Tien softly. Chi-Tien, are the women in the 11th universe so casual? However, although you look good, it is not my favorite dish. Your complexion, and your ears are too pointed. Well, the figure is pretty good. Are you a woman? Chi-Tien looked back at Keket and asked. Coco, of course I am a woman. Am I looking like a man? Cocotte stared. This is the first time I have seen a woman of this style. Chi-Tien looked at Coco and said. Coco, this style, how do you speak? Don't worry if you are thankful, I just passed by at that time, and my hands were itchy and released a little healing technique. It's not a big deal. Chi-Tien replied, as for the body to agree to this. When Chi-Tien said this, he looked at Keket silently again. Cocotte's face was full of expectation. I am the most beautiful woman on the planet. As for the beauty you want with your body. Chi-Tien shook his head. Coco, go, where to go back and forth. Chi-Tien waved his hand. As they were talking, Dispo and Castellar hovered near the window outside the hotel. Ha ha ha, Cocotte was rejected. Dispo laughed at the window. Cocotte rolled his eyes. You laugh a woolen thread. I was refused to look at you to please. You have a crush on me, can I not know? But I don't like rabbits. How do you call this friend? Dispo looked at Chi-Tien and asked. My name is Chi-Tien. Chi-Tien nodded to Dispo. I'll introduce myself, I'm from the Proud Team. I'm here, don't close the window. Halfway through Dispo's words, he realized that Chi-Tien had closed the window. At that time, I felt that the whole person was not good. Coco special, so personal, it's my favorite dish. Dispo clenched his fists angrily. Castellar, boy, wait for me, I will smash your window. Dispo shouted angrily from outside the window. Quote, Deputy Team is cautious. This hotel is the most luxurious hotel on our planet. It belongs to Jiren. You have to be cautious. Castellar hurriedly pulled Dispo. Dispo hesitated again and again. After all, he didn't break through the window. This hotel is very special, even Dispo dare not break it easily. Vice Team, shall we go in and meet this kid? Castellar asked. Of course, this guy who doesn't know the heights of the sky and the earth. I must let him go around. Dispo grumbled, I hate taking the elevator. There is no way. According to relevant regulations, you can't enter from the window without the permission of others. Castellar replied. Go get him out, and knock him out if necessary. Dispo thought for a while, and decided to let Castellar come forward. Okay, I understand. Castellar nodded. I'm waiting for you outside. Dispo ordered. Yes, Castellar responded. Immediately afterwards, Castellar walked through the main entrance and entered the hotel. Not long after, Castellar appeared at the door of the room where Chi-Tien was Li Wangjiao and knocked on the door. Open the door. Chi-Tien greeted Keket. Ah, good. Coco nodded. It should be the Deputy Team and Castellar. After Cocotte finished speaking, He stepped forward and opened the door. Didn't the Vice team come? Keket asked. The Vice team hates elevator rides, Castler said. I heard that when he was a rabbit, he seemed to have been hit by an elevator and there was a shadow. Coco nodded. Castler rolled his eyes and did not answer. Don't talk about such private matters in front of outsiders. This Chi-Tien friend, introduce myself. I am Castler of Pride Team. I have been in Pride Team for many years. Now I am considered small and famous. Castler faced Chi-Tien, road shaking. Say the key point. Chi-Tien said, that, we found that you were an excellent therapist, and want to invite you to join our Pride Team. Castler said directly. Your level is too bad, I'm afraid I will take away the aura from you after I join. Chi-Tien said. Castler, Coco, you are too confident. In this way, I found a good place. You go and do me a favor. As long as I can complete the task I entrusted to you, I promise to join your proud team, okay? Chi-Tien pondered. What do we need to do? Castler asked. Namek, help me find 7 Dragon Balls. As long as you gather 7 Dragon Balls and successfully summon Shenron, how about completing the mission? Chi-Tien smiled. Namek, never heard of this planet. Castler thoughtfully turned to look at Cocotte. Cocotte shook his head gently. I have never heard of this planet. And Dragon Ball, I'm also unheard of, don't look at me. Namek, where is it? How many people are needed to go there? Casella asked. You two just go, Chi-Tien said in deep thought. The 2 of us, okay, no problem, I'll prepare the universe spaceship right away. Castler nodded without objection. The universe spaceship is not needed, I will take you there. Chi-Tien said. I don't need a universe spacecraft, how do I get there? Cocotte asked. Come, take my hand. Chi-Tien stretched out his hand to Keket. Cocotte showed a nymphomaniac expression. Castler also stepped forward and planned to hold Chi-Tien's hand, but found that Chi-Tien took his hand away. Chi-Tien put his big hand on Castler's shoulder. Okay, let's set off now. Chi-Tien said. What? After Chi-Tien finished speaking, he used instant transmission, which disappeared in a flash. In just an instant, Chi-Tien appeared on the land of Namek with Cocotte and Castler. We are here, Chi-Tien greeted. 2 people look at me, I look at you, and then they look around. Are you instant transmission? Castler suddenly reacted. What? Instant transmission? Are you Supreme Kai? Keket also stared at beautiful eyes, looking at Chi-Tien with some surprise. Yes, I am Supreme Kai, but I have retired. Chi-Tien grinned. You, Castler, are big for a while. We actually invited a retired Supreme Kai to join the Pride team. But the 2 of them thought about it later, it wasn't a big deal. Our captain is still an alternate gods of destruction. It's just that you are a bit too much when you bring us to this strange planet at this moment. This is Namek, you 2 will look for Dragon Ball. Chi-Tien said. After saying this, Chi-Tien disappeared in a flash through instant transmission. Castler, Coco, hey, you come back. Cocotte exclaimed. You gave us a clue. You just said let us look for Dragon Ball. The question is, what is Dragon Ball? The 2 were messed up in the wind and wanted to cry. He is the retired Supreme Kai. Cocotte pondered. So, is he the senior Kai of Lord Kai? It should be. Castler nodded. The 2 never expected that they already appeared in the 7th universe. The 2 naively thought that they were still in the 11th universe. Looking for Dragon Ball. Find it if you find it. It doesn't seem to be a big deal either. Can't ask someone to ask. 11th universe. Dispo waited outside until the flowers died, but he didn't see Cocotte and Castler coming out. Cocotte, the idiot, doesn't matter if he doesn't come out. How come even Castler has fallen? You guys are coming out. Dispo kept waiting with a black face. However, what Dispo didn't know was that Chi-Tien had already left this hotel. Even Chi-Tien has already left this planet. Chi-Tien appeared on a brown planet in an instant. And on this planet, gods of destruction made up Topo and led the 2 members of the Pride team to fight evil forces. The team has just ended. Topo was very brave. The 2 Proud team members also adore Topo. Currently, Topo is the captain of the Pride team. Although the members of the Pride team know that Jiren is the soul of the team. But with such a captain, they are also very satisfied. You two performed very well this time, and our cooperation is also very good. Toppo said to the two players. It was the captain of your amazing strength that killed the person who committed the wrongdoing. Player Boone said with a smile. Yes, Captain, if it weren't for you, I'm afraid Boone and I will hang up. Quincy nodded and laughed. Nothing, this is what I should do. Toppo smiled. We are the League of Absolute Justice. Boone raised his fist and shouted. Captain, when can you become gods of destruction? The real gods of destruction? Quincy asked casually. It's still early. If you want to become a true gods of destruction, how can you talk about such simple things? Toppo replied with a smile. Yes, one day the captain will become the true gods of destruction. Boone said. While talking, Chi-Tien appeared on the scene through instant transmission. Who are you? Toppo frowned and looked at Chi-Tien on the opposite side. My name is Chi-Tien. Chi-Tien said. You are rare in this race. Is that instant transmission just now? You are Supreme Kai. Toppo quickly reacted. As an alternate gods of destruction, he still knows these things very well. I am the Supreme Kai who has retired. Chi-Tien smiled and said, I'm here to look for you. I want to discuss with you briefly, and I hope you don't refuse. Compare. Toppo froze for a moment, and smiled lightly. I think you made a mistake. If you really were the Supreme Kai, you shouldn't say such a thing. As Supreme Kai, yours isn't your duty to create planets or something. Fighting is not your strong point. Yeah, you were right. Chi-Tien nodded. You continue to say, I will listen with respect. And I am the Queen of Destruction AHFD, I have a strong fighting ability, even if you are the real Supreme Kai, you can't be my opponent. Toppo showed a confident smile on his face. Just say whether you want to discuss it. Chi-Tien asked. If you insist on discussing with me, of course I am willing to accompany you. Toppo patted his chest and beckoned to Chi-Tien, come on, do you start now? Not right now, you have just experienced a fierce battle, which consumes a lot of energy. Chi-Tien shook his head, well, after a day, when your energy is fully restored, we will fight again. Toppo, it seemed like what a fierce battle. I am a backup for gods of destruction. Possess extremely strong combat ability. You are a former Supreme Kai, what do you use to fight me? Do you fight me with instant transmission? Toppo shook his head. However, the other party is the former Supreme Kai after all, and Toppo is not good at giving face. Okay, since you insist on doing this, then I will accompany you to the end. Toppo nodded, without objection, we will be here to discuss in one day, how about? Okay, Chi-Tien smiled, let's cheer together. Toppo. You seem to be very good. I can sense your energy intensity but this. It's the average Supreme Kai level. I feel like I can slap you to the ground with one slap. 7th Universe, Namek. Although Vegeta hides the aura, after all, it is not completely hidden, and it is easy to be found by Son Goku. Kakarot. Vegeta's face changed a little after seeing Son Goku. How did this fool come to Namek? Are you here to chase me? Humph, do you think I will be afraid of you? After I was on the verge of death and rebirth, my combat effectiveness was greatly improved. Hey, Vegeta, I'm not here to fight with you, I'm here to discuss something with you. Son Goku hurriedly waved his hand. HMPH, just tell me. Vegeta snorted. Vegeta, I want to challenge Frieza with you, what do you think? Son Goku asked. What are you talking about? You said you are going to challenge Frieza. Don't be kidding. Vegeta froze for a moment, and looked at Son Goku with a slight smile. No, don't even you think I'm Frieza's opponent. Son Goku scratched his head. Who gave you the confidence? Vegeta shook his head, after all, that guy is known as the Emperor of the Universe. Except for Super Saiyan, no one is his opponent. What is Super Saiyan? Son Goku asked. Vegeta was too lazy to explain. But to say that no one is his opponent, this is a bit of an exaggeration, right? Son Goku smiled. As far as I know, if Chi-Tien is very effective, Frieza can be easily eliminated. What did you say? You said Chi-Tien can easily destroy Frieza. Vegeta looked at Son Goku in surprise. Yes, Son Goku nodded. That fellow Chi-Tien, is he already Super Saiyan? Vegeta said solemnly. It's Super Saiyan again. I don't understand what you are talking about. Son Goku shook his head, but there is one thing I can be sure of, Chi-Tien's strength is very powerful. Chi-Tien is not in Namek? Vegeta asked cautiously. Yes, Chi-Tien didn't come. Son Goku nodded. Vegeta's face was joyful, and his right hand was placed behind him, secretly condensing energy. Vegeta, do you want to attack me? I can sense that you are gathering energy. Son Goku looked at Vegeta. Vegeta, isn't our planet destroyed by Frieza? Don't you want to defeat him yourself? Son Goku asked. HMPH, let me join forces with you, yes. Vegeta thought about it carefully, and instead of fighting alone, it's better to join forces with this guy first. What are the conditions? Tell me, Son Goku said. I want to fulfill a wish. Vegeta smiled. I'm afraid this won't work. Son Goku scratched his head. I want to gather the Dragon Ball to bring you back to life with the companions that Nappa killed. Quote, what's the point of resurrecting that kind of garbage? Vegeta snorted. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.